Tranquil beaches, lush jungles, frigid peaks, and raging dinosaurs call this ARK their home, and it's up to these 4 incompetent survivors to conquer this land or die trying.
No! Help me! Coming!
Team Caps is a 4-man squad, being myself, alphajor, Pixel, and Space Goat, but that won't make this challenge easy, as none of them know how to play ARK in the slightest, and we'll be attempting to beat all 3 Guardians, as well as the Overseer on Alpha difficulty, within 100 days. So this is bound to be a journey to remember. Hey my lovelies, I am your humble ringmaster Crowmeda, and say it with me now, let the show begin! We start off our adventure by making our characters, of course, and once everybody was satisfied with their designs, spawned into West Zone 2, where after a little bit of searching for each other, huddled on up and formed Team Caps. The reason we spawned here is that it's the perfect location to begin a note run to get XP fast, but we had a slight hiccup as a Trudon decided to make lunch out of Alpha and, well, Space Goat while keeping Pixel and myself unconscious, so yeah, this is our first note and we're off to an incredibly rocky start. Eventually, we did get going and managed to snatch up this 4x note and then made some cloth armor for some protection while spamming berries for hydration because, dear lord, there was a heat wave and it was just way too much. We had to take a leap of faith into the water and then immediately found ourselves being chased back to the shore by a shark, but luckily, no casualties here. It did take some time for our health to replenish because we were just constantly fighting this heat wave, so it was first later in the afternoon when we continued our note run, which is when we spotted a drop we wanted to get, but seems like that Trudon from the start brought some backup. That's bad noise. That's a bad noise. Bad noise. Kill it.
I've been poisoned.
Oh shit. Oh shit. To the beach. Run.
No, I'm dead.
Fuck. Run to the beach.
No! There's 4 of them. There's 1 for each one of us.
God damn. There's so many of them. Go into the water. Go into the water. Get onto the rocks.
Can they swim?
They can't swim.
Oh yeah, they're coming. Get your spears ready. Get your spears ready.
Can't get over this crack. Oh.
There are more incoming. More incoming. Be careful.
They're down there in the crack. They can't get out.
I'm killing them. Go, Pixel!
Go, Goaty, go.
Yeah, we got it.
Trilobites and Trudons were turned into barbecue the next day, and thanks to the hide that we have gotten, finished up our cloth sets. We then headed out to continue our note run, and with a few more notes under our belts, started spamming storage boxes for quick XP. We grinded for the majority of the day, and it would be first in the afternoon time when a raft was whipped up. We would deck it out with a campfire and set sail for our destined base location. On this journey though, we came across Jedediah's Dye Shack, a quaint little shack that, as you can guess, is loaded with dyes for use. We took this time to make our custom helmet skins vibrant and colorful. Yes, that's right my lovelies, we have a mod that is free to use to make your helmets look like us from all of our videos. However, in the current state that it is, it does have some hiccups here and there. It's not in a perfect state. We're going to perfect it down the line, but this is as far as we could get it done with the time frame that we had to work with. But yes, once we were all colorful and looking incredibly stylish, we continued northward up the west coast, coming to this lovely beach that would be our home. We quickly got to work, gathering up some basic resources so a basic thatch hut could be made as it began to rain. This was finished at nightfall, and the boys hunted down Ichthyornis to get enough hide for at least 1 bed. Day 3 is when we gathered narcoberries in hopes to get our first tames. Bows and arrows would be crafted, and as the sun was rising, narcotics were also whipped up in our first mortar and pestle. Alpha and Goat were sent out to hunt down meat for spoiling to make more narcotics, while I made a ton of arrows for everyone. As for Pixel, he was tasked with setting up large storage boxes as well as a preserving bin. As for Alpha on his outing, he got pinned on top of a rock surrounded by raptors, so we banded together to save his caboose, using some bolas and the bows that we recently made. The majority of the day was just spent gathering up resources until Alpha brought an uninvited guest our way.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you got... No, don't bring it over here! Oh, he's brought the Therizino!
He punched me over there. Ah!
As our intrepid survivors fend off this overgrown turkey, let's have a look at the hottest new gaming product on the market. Today's sponsor, the Red Magic 9S Pro, a smartphone and your ultimate gaming arsenal in your pocket. Powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor and boasting up to 16GB of RAM and 512GB of UFS 4.0 storage, the Red Magic 9S Pro sets a new benchmark with the highest Antutu score ever for an Android device. And this beast has tons of gaming-focused features. It rocks a full flat rear panel with customizable RGB lights and a stunning 6.8-inch Q9 Plus display with 120Hz refresh rate, along with 520Hz shoulder triggers for lightning-fast response times. And thanks to their ICE 13.5 cooling system and the new Frost cooling gel, my hands stayed comfortable during prolonged gaming sessions with it. Charging it up is incredibly fast, and you can game uninterruptedly because it provides up to close to 56 hours of usage. Plus, the dual speakers with DTS ultrasound deliver incredibly immersive gameplay. But no joke, I have never played a shooter on a phone before. And see, alphajor and I were traveling at the time, and we decided to try out PUBG, and it felt so good and smooth. So much so that we nailed a chicken dinner on first try. Feeling of dominance? Impeccable. Be one of the first to elevate your gaming experience with the Red Magic 9S Pro by following my link down below to get your hands on this lean, mean gaming machine. Now then, let's see how our silly survivors are doing.
Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. I don't know what level he is, but let's do it.
100.
Ow.
Go for headshots.
Just try and kite him around. Oh, Alpha's dead.
Yeah, I'm luring him away. Around.
I'm trying to bring him away.
There's not a spawn point nearby.
Nope. Alright, I'm dead.
Ah, it's coming for me! It's coming for me!
Being the first to respawn, I got some more beds set up for the boys, and then we worked together on luring the Theory as far away from our base as possible. By day 4, narcotic production was going swimmingly, getting some trank arrows thrown together. We then split up our supplies and headed on out on an expedition to tame a possible pair of breeding pteranodons. Taking to the sky this early would be a major advantage, and luckily we found a level 130 male near our home, so as a group we peppered it with tranks, knocking it out successfully. I then had everyone huddle together as I began a lesson on how taming works so everyone knew exactly how to do this moving forward. And with the lesson then over, we began to hunt down turtles, needing their keratin for saddling up the PT. Goat, however, had an unfortunate encounter with a Dimorphodon, and we all know how vicious they can be. He will return to us eventually. Luckily for us, a 110 female Pteranodon was cruising around, so we peppered her as well. The breeding pair might be a success. It was at night when the first one tamed up, and the naming popped up for Alpha, so we got to tame his first ever ARK creature, this here being dubbed Lorito the Pteranodon. No Carbonemus was safe from the crusade of Goat and I on day 5 in the search for keratin. This got Pixel to name the second Pteranodon, and he decided to call it Pam. As for the saddles, Goat whipped up the first, and the 4 of us would now continue together to hunt down as many turtles as we possibly could.
Okay. Bam. You know, you could also sit down. Sit down here, please. Or sit on the raft. Yeah, go there. Sit on the raft.
We headed further south on the hunt for keratin, clearing out every single nook and cranny that we could find, and headed back north till we spotted a single trilobite. This little bug here gave us the final bit that we needed to finally saddle Pam, allowing both pteranodons to return home on their own wings.
Here we go.
Yay! Oh.
Upon our arrival back home, we got right to breeding Lorito and Pam to get a squad of flyers. And in no time flat, eggs were popped out and standing torches placed down as we began to hatch the first babies.
There
Oh.
it is. A goat. Claim it.
Oh.
Claim it. It's yours.
No, it is mine.
Holy shit, wait a minute. It came out as a 196. That's better than Lorito himself.
The day was wrapped up by me explaining to the boys on how to do imprinting, and Goat here began the process of raising up his first child. More and more turtles were hunted down as we begin day 6, as we were going to need 4 saddles total. Goat named his Pteranodon Flappy, and soon after, mine was hatched, which was named Freedom. As soon as Flappy was finished raising up, we set her to breed with Lorito, as they are our highest level Pteranodons. Goat and Alpha then were in charge of getting more keratin, while Pixel and I focused on getting resources. We also worked on getting more hides so we can make hide gear. Eventually, Pixel was placed in charge of the breeding, while I joined the others on our keratin hunts. We chopped up a few trilobites on day 7, and a saddle was made then for freedom. During this time, the boys worked desperately to unstuck a group of baby pteranodons that fused together. They did succeed in this eventually, but with everything taken care of and the pteranodons saddled up, we are ready to take off as a group. Of the imprinted pteranodons, Pixel chose a level 194, naming her Tigress, and saddled her up as well, of course. Everyone was given one parachute, and with that, we're off to find Crystal. We would grab some explorer notes along the way, but Goat kept on crashing quite a bit. Out of all of us, his device had the most issues, but dear lord, across the board, this game still has so many issues, server side and game side. I just had to let everybody know that we pushed through a lot of issues to get this video made, dear lord. With that said, let's hope we don't lose a noble soldier during this expedition. We eventually reached the tippy top of the volcano, where we snatched up just a small amount of crystal and then headed straight on back down to the river, avoiding being burnt alive and desperately rehydrating ourselves.
Oh, Carno coming. Watch out. Carno coming.
Oh no. Yeah.
Watch out. Watch out. There's a Carno. Watch out. I'll try and lure. Okay.
I just got away. My pooper was very clenched.
We wanted the crystal to make some awesome spy glasses, but since we're here, we got just a little bit of metal before heading back home.
Yeah, I'm behind you guys.
Alright, settle. Where is Lorito? Oh, yeah, he Alpha Bicycle. I don't gotta worry. He'll get home eventually.
Day 8 began with us making the awesome spy glasses, so now the hunt can truly begin as we can see the stats of the wild dinos so we can tame some powerful bossing creatures. We then got a forge place down to smelt the little bit of metal that we managed to acquire, and you know what, let's just plop down a smithy as well as a feeding trough while we're at it. As the sun began to rise, the boys got their hands on a good metal pick, and with that, Alpha and Goat flew on off on their mission to bring back batches of metal to HQ. Pixel was designated as being in charge of our dinos and breeding, so I crafted up a crossbow for him to use on his hunts for meat for the trough. My focus went to taming supplies such as more narcotics for our next stage of tames.
Oh, whoa. No! Oh, I'm getting clustered by 3 trikes. Oh, no! I was on a rock. They were supposed to be able to reach me. Tigress! What are you doing?
Bees! No, not bees. Not bees. Not bees.
The boys managed to get home safely, and the rest of the day was used to simply gather the needed resources. Day 9, and Alpha is going to be sleeping for a long while. He ate like almost an entire batch of narco berries, so good night, sweet prince.
Yeah, there. Now it's going down. Okay. Well, he'll be with us shortly.
Ah, yeah, wake me up in the water. Or am I going to die here?
No, you're not gonna die.
No?
Oh wait, where?
In the
Isn't
water?
he going to drown?
Yeah. Why did you guys? No.
Where the
Space.
bringing me? I'm already half down, so in just a couple seconds I will wake up.
It's okay. I'm just going to this. I'm taking care of you.
Okay,
Taking care of you. I take care of my drunk friends.
Goat is really good at giving help when nobody needs it anymore.
He's the best.
Yes.
In the early morning, we all did our fair share of a meat run, as our dinos and ourselves were in need of sustenance. Goat was making a pen for the pteranodons to keep them safe when we noticed a mama trike and its baby had appeared behind our base, so we did the only reasonable thing to do in a moment like this, which was to take out the mama and claim the child as our own.
Alright, let's let her rip. Oh, sh! Oh, sh! Oh, sh!
Up here! It got me. Nice. I'm still hitting it, so good job there.
Quickly!
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
No, go!
What
Yeah.
the?
Oh man!
With that, we tamed up Bean, and during this time, Pixel managed to tame our first Moschops named Chompy, while also trying to tame up a Parasaur. Later in the day, with the pen for the Pteranodons finished, Goat and Alpha headed on out to the volcano once more, this time in search of scorpions to get more chitin. They found themselves fending off predators while trying to get a purple drop with a ring, which they did manage to loot and got an Ascendant crossbow from it, which is insane. When I returned from my meat run, I saw that Bean was raised up, so I saddled her up and began to mow our backyard for berries and fiber. Pixel here was making his way home with the 2 new tames that he got from this time, the Parasaur being named Pickle. And you know what? Let's end off day 9 by taming a wild Lystro. It was on day 10 where we got to welcome Buddy. And look at that, it also has a baby Lystro, so hello Buddy too. Goat and Alpha were finally making some headway with their chitin harvesting, however the weather conditions were impairing their vision significantly, making this task way more difficult than need be. And you know, Pixel was taking his sweet time getting home with those slow tames, so I picked him up with the raft to speed up his journey back home. It was first in the morning hours where I would go scout around the base, discovering a very slight problem. There are aloes that have spawned at the top of our hillside. So to fortify our defenses, I began to whip up some spiked walls and set them around as a perimeter. As for the boys, they continuously were getting supply drops, and you know what? It's gonna take me way too long to specify all the loot they keep getting, so I'm only gonna highlight like the most important things that they get just to not waste all of our time here. But yes, with my perimeter done, Chompy was set to gather as many narcoberries as possible while I continued narcotic production. And it was in the afternoon when Pixel got a composting bin down in preparation for our future farms. We need some vegetables growing for some kibble and some other fancy foods. So yeah, we were just busy setting that up until the late evening, same for the boys going into full chitin overdrive. Although that part of the plan wasn't that lucrative, the scorpions were being incredibly elusive. During the chitin crusade of day 11, I picked off this here aloe that was fighting this Bronto, and that right there provided us a hefty chunk of meat that's going to last us for quite a while. It was by mid-morning that we all returned back to base, where we deposited our hauls into the smithy, and here's where I began to make chitin sets for everybody. And thanks to Jedediah's dyes, we can color our armor sets accordingly, and you know what? Let's do the same for our main tames, in this case being our Pteranodons. Like this, we can stay much more color coordinated, and I gotta say, it feels so good for everybody to rock their main colors. I don't know, I just feel like it adds another layer to our team composition. We then began to craft some trap pieces, and for it, gathered some stone to make 4 dino gates and a large bear trap. I then distributed our trank arrows, for we're off to find a powerful tame, and use this as a learning experience to show the boys how to trap a dino efficiently. Although this day was spent showing the boys priority targets as well as what stats to look for in said targets. And we're looking for the classics this time around. We're looking for Daedons for healing, Utis for buffing, Therizinos to fight the dragon, Megatheriums to fight the broodmother, Rexes for the big old monkey, and probably a mix of most of that stuff for the overseer if we get that far. This search continued into day 12 and made sure to loot every single supply drop. Alpha got a Quetz platform saddle, as well as this here Apprentice Theri saddle blueprint. Let's hope we get something better, but worst case scenario, we might have to use a lot of crafting skill to make this here usable. And sadly, this hunt was coming up with nothing for the majority of the day, though in the snow I did find an ovis. This is great in order to get a lot of mutton for good carnivore tames. I trapped it in some gates, and I headed on home to see what was needed to make sweet veggie cakes, which you need to passively tame this. I made a cooking pot at night and saw that the cakes needed one of every vegetable as well as some honey, so that was the next thing on the to-do list. It would be around midnight when wood foundations were being placed down for the farm for the veggies. And since Pixel was out and about on day 13, he would work on getting crystal for the greenhouse. It was in the early hours of said day where Alpha had an incident with the Daedon, not being able to mount Lorito for whatever reason, so he passed away, respawned, hopped onto freedom, and went to get his stuff back. I then set some cementing paste to be crafted, and then finally made our first fabricator and placed it down behind our thatch hut. Pixel, on his way back, misplaced his fingers, also performing the almighty E attack, and fell to his death. So that's another one on the board. Will Alpha do the same? Nobody knows. Goat made it back with more crystal, so the greenhouse was now underway, though far from completion. Alpha made it back with his things and gave me freedom back, so I went to help out with the metal run and crystal run. The greenhouse was completed later on as a 2x2, one crop plot for each vegetable, and that'll be enough for now. I also got the good news that Alpha got sap from a supply drop and brought it back to base, so all we need now is honey for those veggie cakes. And since we're so close to completing this objective, I decided that I would head out to get some honey while the boys were getting resources. But here on this way, I spotted a beaver dam with a ton of cementing paste, so I looted it all and brought it back home first. Goat got a really good purple drop with a bunk bed in it, so we have way better respawn capabilities now. Also at night, Goat just barely managed to survive a Carno attack. Needless to say, he was quite tense, but somehow he made it out alive. Pixel was sent to search for a Phiomia, and around midnight at Green Ob I spotted a loose queen bee just flying about. So I requested a delivery of rare flowers in order to land the tame, and I thought that Goat would bring that to me, but yeah, he met his fate to some raptors as his PT just simply didn't want to listen to me, so he is indisposed for a while. It was Pixel that was set out to my location with the requested items. As for Alpha, he's stuck on a tree somewhere for some reason, just doing his thing, I guess. But it was on day 14 where I remembered that to tame a queen bee, you ideally need bug repellent, and Alpha was home by this time, so he would get that whipped up and brought to me. Goat was happy to see that Flappy actually managed to fend off the predators and stayed alive. Props to you, Flappy. Good on you. Obviously though, this means that he got his stuff back and got back to work looking for bossing tames. As for the item delivery, well, it came with its ups and downs.
And over here where it's safe by the green thing.
Oh god. No! No!
Oh no.
I didn't die.
Oh, you're going to die now though.
Okay, do you need me to
Hold
bring
on.
something else?
Hold on. There you go. I got you, homie.
Ah!
With Pixel saved, he managed to hand me over the rare flowers as well as some crystal which were turned into cryo chambers for the new tames to take him back home. Pixel then took off, returned to his Phiomia hunt for the farm because we need that to make fertilizer, and shortly after, Alpha arrived with the bug repellent. With all that, the attempt was made and it was a huge success. That's a queen bee tame to take on home to make a beehive of our own, yes indeed. So as soon as I got home, I made an extension to the greenhouse where the beehive would be placed. With rare flowers placed inside of it, we would now just have to wait to get our own honey production going. During this, Alpha and Goat set off on a mission to tame our first Argentavis. Let's see how they do. Pixel, however, was having an issue with Tigress as she was obliterating every Phiomia he was coming across, so it took a while for him to complete his objective, but eventually managed to tame one, while I was already out on a raft looking for our first water tames. Boys then, later in the day, found a level 145 RG and successfully made their first trap. They're learning so fast and so proud of them. 15 began with another one of the boys eating something that they shouldn't have, and that here was Pixel. He ate some poop, leading him to be poisoned, rightfully so. Lessons are being learned the hard way. But let's check on the boys with their RG taming.
It's following me.
Okay. Yeah, I see you.
Oh no, don't let that thing get into the trap.
Yeah, he's coming. Oh, he stopped. He stopped and he's coming at me. Ah!
No!
Ah! You.
Okay. Recircle and try and get him in there. I'll try and
You
get
try
one
to
off.
Hit one. Yeah.
I
Oh,
got
they
both
have
of them.
to- What? You're learning
I
the
might
red
get that
first?
one in here.
No. Nah. Ah, you got the wrong one. What?
It's okay, now we can kill it easily.
Yeah.
I killed
trying.
this one. Bring it in here.
Yeah, coming. Fly through here.
Yeah. Stuck. Nice. Trinket.
It
Yeah.
slowly fills up for a while.
5.4. There we go.
Okay.
In the meantime, I was just trying to find a dolphin to tame and ended up just looting some supply drops. As for the RG, it was tamed at around 9 AM, and Alpha named it Messi, as he reads Argentavis as Argentina, and y'all already know how his naming schemes works. As for me, I managed to tame a level 70 Ichthyi for our underwater exploration means. Pixel was protecting the base from a Calicotherium, with Bean successfully protecting the base as the quartermaster that he is. And as for the boys, they then found a level 145 female Argentavis. It's perfect. They got straight to trying to get into the same trap that they already had in place. As for my sea-bound adventures, it brought me to the snow region where I managed to tame a female Ichthyi. Not great, but these will do for now. Time to get these home and get them breeding. And yes, the boys had successfully trapped the RG by this time and were taming it up successfully. Pixel though was struggling, having to fend off the wild dinos around the base, while I struggled to get home through a massive field of ice sheets. Eventually though, I managed to get through it all, and the boys tamed up the RG and began to bring their pair on home. Before we would arrive though, Pixel actually tamed a pink Tomorphodon, named it Pinky, who shall assist him in his defensive needs of the base. I arrived, and with the sun now setting, we could hear something around our perimeter. It turns out it was a baby Calicotherium from the one that Pixel took out earlier, so we claimed it as our own, which is when the boys arrived with their Argentavis. The HDs and RGs were then set up on hitching posts and set to start breeding at the end of the day. We began to hatch some eggs on day 16, and I used this opportunity to explain to the boys to pass stats over from the parents. So you want the best melee of either of them, the best health, the best stamina, and so on to get the strongest baby possible. With this done, Goats and Alpha were sent out on their next mission, which was to find high-level ankylosaurs and doids for our construction needs. I then got a cryo terminal made for Pixel's breeding endeavors for storing babies. I then whipped up 2 sweet veggie cakes and headed on out to check on the ovis that I trapped so long ago. I was super glad to see that it was still inside the cage, and even more so as I saw that it had a baby. And I did manage to tame both of them, but sadly, they're both of the same gender, so we still need to find a male for mutton production. I'm just gonna ignore the fact that I cryoed the mama and took the baby with in the claws of my flyers and ended up losing it on my travels, but it's fine. It's fine, we still have the mama, and that's all that matters. It was at this point where everyone was basically either just scouting or breeding or getting resources, which was when Goat spotted a level 150 Anki at the end of the day. So as day 17 began, Goat was trying to heal up from the cold, but pressed the almighty E, falling to his death. At this point, we need a counter for this. Seriously, like, if you can count how many times we died to the E attack, let us know. Once he got his stuff back, Alpha decided to back him up, and the two of them managed to knock out the Anki, but it landed in the water in a weird scenario, so let's hope they manage to tame it before it loses oxygen. As for Pixel, he was learning more and more on how to pass over the best stats from the parents, and by now we have tons of spare RGs, but these are still unfit for breeding or for our main use. Goats and Alpha just decided to use some of these spares to go do a meat run since we're always low on this stuff. As we were making up our minds on which to use for breeding and which to use for outings, a Theory appeared out of thin air and just ran through our dino pen. Luckily, not too much loss, but it was quite a tense fight. We are not ready for these engagements. However, we did stand victorious at the end. With that mess out of the way and new RG's breeding, the boys headed out to hunt creatures in the snow for raw meat and pelt. For this, I was able to gear them with a few pieces of fur armor that I whipped up. Before this though, Goat went to get the Anki because it managed to tame up in the water, so that's a pleasant surprise. We did notice that the cryo storage of our mod needed power though, so it wasn't really useful, so I got to whipping up some electronics and presto, we have a generator that's now powering our base. And we just finished off the day by completing some of our spike walls to hinder moments like the Theory incident. At the beginning of day 18, the Anki finally reached home base, and with that completion, the boys were off to get a Doedicurus. They did stumble upon a Rex getting piled on by 3 Brontos and decided that this was the time to call in an airstrike. They thrashed at the pile and harvested all that sweet meat for Pixel and his breeding endeavors.
Yeah, kill everything that moves here. Okay. That's the new mission.
Let's do it. Let the slaughter begin. Yeah, you're running? You think you're running, buddy? I will peck you to death. This is a show here.
It is, yeah.
No, no, no. They're gonna eat the Bronco. Mother.
Right,
Down. Eat it. I got some of it.
Yeah, me too.
Almost dead. But I'm also half health.
What? He's full health again? No. I'm done with this guy.
I'll help you.
No, it's not possible. He eats the entire forest.
No!
Oh, what the f? No, dude! Hey!
Yeah, I'm bringing you away. I can't drop you here.
No, I know. Fighting the RG. Attack! There we go. Thank you.
With that great success of procuring more meat, they tossed it over to me so I can bring it back home while they continued on their venture of doed taming. I got it home as soon as possible, and thanks to some bugs that I killed, was able to get another RG saddle made. On day 19, while Pixel was breeding and the boys were getting meat while looking for a doed, I didn't want to sit around twiddling my thumbs, so I got an Anki saddle made for our metal harvests. In the morning hours, Pixel managed to get a perfect stat female for our Argent breeding, so that's fantastic. The sooner the RGs are ready, the sooner we can make massive metal runs because of the RG's weight reduction. By this time though, I had prepared a temporary RG, and by the middle of the morning, I was off to aid in the pelt gathering. I was getting tons of this stuff from a herd of mammoths, and once everything was said and done, a bunch of babies were just left behind. I snatched up a male and a female, imprinted them fully, and potted them up, brought them home, and presented them to Pixel as our wood gatherers. But man, this map is getting quite cold. We are freezing to death, no matter where we are on the island. Goat decided to make his way back because of this cold, but on his way back saw a Ceratosaurus and just could not help himself. He gave it a good old poke and found out that it does in fact have a poison ability, but he did manage to kill the thing. He looted a venom spine from it, oddly enough. As midnight came around, Alpha and I would head on north to get more pelt for our cause, because man, the cold is just literally killing us. We found something very important though at the start of day 20.
Here's one. Oh, here's a sheep. Oh, a male ovis.
Pick it up. Nice.
Let's go, baby!
I'll fight the mammoth.
All right, go for it. I'm bringing this one back home.
I'm almost with you guys.
We'll tap out. What's up, goat? Let's tap
Yo.
out. I got more important things to do. Go help Alpha.
Mwah.
Tap out.
This male was snatched up and brought back home to base successfully, where a Vigicake was whipped up and fed to it. So now, we can finally breed our ovis for a mutton and pelt farm. Goat and Alpha returned at this time and dropped off the pelt that they had collected while I was setting the ovis to breed. And you know, Goat, being the curious fellow that he is, decided to use a parachute for the first time. Might as well get some practice in because of the constant E-attacks.
Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have opened it instantly.
Yeah.
I'll be there in 2 business days. Wait, I can deliver it to you from up here. Dropping a package right to the front door.
That's actually a perfect name.
Rob.
Oh, he's getting.
Oh, thank you. So nice of you.
Oh no. No. Okay, everything's fine. Everything is fine. The Ichthyornis attacked you in the sky.
Goat and Alpha would get a full set of fur armor at this time, and after that they got themselves all styled up with some colors.
Find me.
Bro's camouflage without the ghillie.
Yes.
Oh man, we barely see ya. He's gone. The mammoth. Ruden. Get having fun there, buddy?
Yeah.
Making a new estancia.
With this done, Alpha and Goat were heading out to go back to the north on a final pelt run so that everyone would have fur armor. In the meantime, I was fixing up the hut that had been broken and stored away the dinos to make sure that we do not pull any unnecessary aggro.
What are you gonna name that mammoth, Pixel?
Manny would be too obvious.
Manuel.
Okay, it has to be. It has to be.
As night fell, I slaughtered the first female ovis as she was replaceable, and that gave us a ton of mutton and pelt. With that pelt, Pixel and I were able to now have full armor sets as well, meaning the goal for the entire team to be able to handle the cold of the north was now complete. So we ended the day with a nice shot of all of us with our decked out and colored fur gear, looking mighty confident, ready to face anything that the north could throw at us. A very odd thing that we noticed on day 21 when we logged back in was that Manuel the Mammoth has gone missing. We have absolutely no idea what happened to him because he's not listed as dead in the tribe logs, but this is also where we noticed that some of our dolphins got killed by piranhas, but we have backup, so that's all good. Pixel kept working on getting 4 perfect RG babies while the boys are on the hunt for a Doid. During this time, I scouted out bossing tames. During this outing, Goat looted a surprise that he wanted to show us later, and Pixel managed to get the first perfect RG, naming it Armando. As for me, I was very surprised that out of this gold ring loot drop, I got this Ascendant fur gear from it, and I was worried that our loot quality modifier wasn't at 1, but after checking it, it is. Apparently, what happens in ASA is loot quality is affected by difficulty, and we're playing at difficulty 5, so we are getting really high rarity items, but that still doesn't help us to get the items that we actually need for our tames and for equipment, so we're going to still struggle with this topic heavily, despite the amazing quality sometimes. As for the boys, they began to mess with this wild 150 Carcharodontosaurus against my recommendations, but they quickly realized its strength and continued the Doid hunt. Note, when we go out on our outings, we clean up spawns, basically killing low-level dinos so higher-level ones have a chance to spawn. The day ends with Goat getting a primitive shotgun from a drop, and that's about it. As day 22 rolled in, Goat managed to find this level 115 Doid, and by now, Pixel had bred enough perfect RGs for everyone, and they are now raising up, allowing him to return his attention to dolphin breeding. Goat and Alpha eventually got the Doid knocked out and tamed up, so I asked everyone to head back home to regroup.
The diplomatics were the ones that put you off your mount, right? The diplodocus. Yeah.
Diplomatics. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, thank you.
Now that the boys brought the Doid home, we all got a good look at the RGs that had been raised and decided to choose who would get which. On day 33, we had a look at the Doid and saw it had 42 points into weight, so that is absolutely splendid, my boys. Good job. Goat then reveals that present that he brought home for us.
I will need everyone to join me here at the fire.
I didn't know you can do that.
This is for you,
Present.
and this is...
Oh, apple juice. My favorite.
It's a beer. Cracking a cold one.
Cracking
boys.
the
Alright.
one with the
Uh-oh.
boys. Here we go. Nothing like
Oh
being
yeah.
boozed up and burning your shins by the fireplace. There you go.
You were bleeding quite a bit, sir.
We named the Doid Ice Cube, and with that theme, we named the Anki Ice Baby, since both of them have a similar color scheme. As for the perfect RGs, they were now fully raised and we got to painting their saddles. As mentioned, Pixel's was named Armando, mine would be named Toquito, Goat named his Mick Flappers, and Alpha went for Di Maria. In between Pixel's dolphin breeding, he got to collecting wood, while Alpha collects stone, and Goat got to get metal. I searched for a beaver for our wood gathering needs and headed towards the Redwoods area and searched for it. But here is where we found a long-lost fellow.
No, he's right here. What? What the f? Manuel, what are you doing out here in the bushes? What? Okay.
I still have absolutely no explanation for how the heck it ended up here. We have encountered so many bizarre glitches and issues with this game, it is absolutely mind-boggling. Back to my mission though, I spotted this level 75 beaver and transported it back home. Goat's metal run did not go so smoothly though.
Holy sh...
What's going on?
Hold on. No,
Oh, he's
we're
so
losing
dead.
Anki. Anki's dead. I can't pick up.
Oh, Giga. Holy.
That right there is called getting arked. The best thing he could do in this situation was to lure the Giga just a little bit away and snatch up the bits of metal that he could carry. During this time, the beaver was brought back and the boys knocked it out.
Oh. Wow.
Well, I'm shooting it with Tranks.
Okay. I'll just let you know what.
Crossbow broke.
Yeah, mine too.
What? The odds.
So to end off the day, we just got some food into the beaver. Starting off day 24, we got some wood spikes placed down by the dolphins to protect them from the dangers of the piranhas. And at this time, Bevo the Beaver was ready to rumble. Since Goat and Alpha had such a good time duoing to tame that doe, they went out and searched for an Anki, while Pixel was using Bevo to collect more wood, as I headed out and searched for more bossing tames as per usual. Alpha nearly died to an Alpha Raptor, go figure, and for our hopefully soon to come ocean adventures, I managed to loot 2 amazing scuba tanks. As the nighttime set in, we were notified by Pixel that he already had equal dolphins ready to go. Day 25, and Alpha got to experience something all new players must, the almighty Yudi Fear Roar. Di Maria was just zipping and flapping all out of control, so he's busy with that for a little bit. As for me, I spotted the level 125 Anki while out, so I brought it home for the taming. While transporting, Goat looted a really good Giga and Tuso saddle. In all my years of playing ARK, I have never had a Tuso, so maybe this might be a first. As for me, I doubled our shotgun supply from this loot drop, and Alpha, in the meantime, looted a compound bow, some riot gear, and a really good Carcharodontus saddle. Arriving back home, Pixel worked on knocking out the Anki that I brought, and while we were waiting for that Anki to be settled in, I got to making long necks and darts, but seeing that we're going to need more metal, I got a forge line set up behind our shack. I would hand off a long neck and darts to Alpha for his future hunts, and lo and behold, the awakening of Ice Ice Baby 2, the sequel. Goat then headed out on day 26 for another metal expedition, while Alpha went on out to get some oil and tame some Kairukus with the long neck that I gave him. I then set out in search for more bossing tames, where I killed a Pego and claimed its child as my own, naming it Rat. Also got my hands on a baby Iguanodon, which I named Iggy. While doing this, Alpha got a penguin knocked out, tamed it, and named it Pingu, and then continued collecting oil and obsidian as requested. Goat just couldn't get a break though, it seemed.
I'm heading it.
Oh, I bet
Can't
you are.
climb walls, no?
I would not count on that.
Just climbing up here. He's going straight through lava just to come up here. Wait, what? He died. Jump, 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 jump. Told you I'm superior.
What? I got this
I
mountain.
should have.
Uh-oh. What the No, Di Maria, no. Fly away.
Alphajor then found himself in a very similar sort of situation, eventually meeting his end to an enraged Megatherium. He simply respawned and grabbed the PT to get his stuff back. Here is, though, where we finally catch a break for our progress, as I spotted a level 150 Baryonyx, so while I'm keeping track of it, I called over the boys to get some trap pieces from base and bring them on over. It took them a good while to get back home, but they did make the pieces for a simple box trap. It was at this time when Alpha realized that we don't have enough fish meat for the Baryonyx to tame up, so with that figured out, day 27 began with Goat doing a fish meat run for the tame, and that's when Alpha headed out to meet up with me. With their arrival and the construction of the trap, Goat insisted to be the bait to lure the berry into our new trap. This did take a couple of tries to learn the process, but we worked it out and then began to trank it.
And coming.
Oh, cap rope.
Holy. I'm gonna die.
There you go.
Eventually, Goat was the one to knock it out, and this is when we realized that the fish that they brought was lost. We have absolutely no idea where it went, so while I kept the berry knocked out with berries, they would get more fish. I then saw a level 145 frog in the area, and I just could not resist. So I scooped this up knowing that this is going to help us for the artifact in the bug cave. Upon Goat and Alpha's return, we got some fish meat into the Baryonyx, and then we proceeded to knock out the frog within the RG's grasp. With it knocked out, Alpha put some food into this as well, and here is where we got a new lesson for the boys, as one of them got leeched, so I showed them how to remove them before the condition got too bad. The frog was tamed a bit after, and Alpha being the one to tame it, of course had to name it Belzegoose after the Monster Hunter videos that we've done. If you know, you know. It came out as level 40 in weight, 43 health, and 46 attack, so it's actually very nice. The Baryonyx was eventually tamed, and of course we just could not resist calling this thing Ellen, because, you know, Barry Allen, the Flash, and okay, you get it. It came out with 50 attack and 50 health, which is absolutely insane. Considering we want to breed these new tames that we have in order to get imprinted versions, we need partners for them. So we got a random partner for the Baryonyx and the Belzebuffo because we just really care about the stats of the first ones that we tamed. But this did mean that Alpha had to do a quick crystal run to get more cryos, and Goat went to get more fish meat for these tames. In this time, I did kill a mother Dimetrodon in order to claim its baby. It does regulate temperature when fully grown, so maybe this can help us hatch eggs faster. Thanks to the crystal that Alpha got, I got to pot up this Dimetrodon and the female Baryonyx soon after. But here's where we had another stroke of luck, as a level 150 female frog was suddenly right next to us. us, so screw the second one that we got. I guess we're taming this one for breeding. We knocked it out and just began the process. And man, oh man, this thing came out amazing on day 28. It was named Belgique, and it has 43 levels into health, 49 stamina, and 61 weight. We're going to have some amazing, incredibly overpowered frogs, let me tell you. So now we are able to head home satisfied on this mission success. What I did do though as we left is snatch up this Achatina away from this Capro, as I'm really interested in taming this snail as it will produce cementing paste passively for us. As for the flight home, it did take forever because of some minor inconveniences.
Ooh. Guys, holy shit.
Yeah, what? You need help?
Micro raptors? What? I can't move?
Yep, they stun you.
What the These things, I'm gone.
As soon as we got home, Goat got to smelting that metal that he got prior, and while he did that, Alpha would use the really bad female frog that we tamed to go on a fish run, as the berries eat a freaking ton of this stuff. During this time, I was making veggie cakes to tame that snail, and once it was tamed up, was named Cementos, and placed it into the farm for the rest of its days, never to see freedom again. Goat went out for more metal, and note that Pixel was having severe power outage issues, so I took over the berry breeding to get the equal pair. The first egg that ended up hatching was a female that got all of the good stats that we needed from the male, so we have a perfect pair right off the rip. I should do the breeding more often. Pixel then logged in and was shocked to see all of the progress that we made. In the early hours of day 29, I was making full flax sets for everybody, and Pixel was learning how to do mutation stacking on the baryonyx, as we want a lot of health and melee mutations to improve their combat potential to run caves with them. And you know what, let's just get the frogs breeding as well, and yes, Pixel's on the job. However, he did continue the wood grind in between hatches. Alpha was to head out to get a female penguin in order to breed with Pingu, but before he left, Goat returned with his metal haul, and since everyone was together, I gave everyone their new flax sets. And of course we had to dye up in order to look stylish. Progress is going incredibly well. Goat began more preparations for his deep sea adventures, which involves hunting down basilosaurs for the deep sea cave dives. As you can guess, I was still out looking for bossing tames, wanting to get them as soon as possible to get to work on mutating them for the alpha fights. I did see a massive saber-toothed salmon though, so I obliterated it, sending it into the sky, and I'm not going to complain because this thing gave over 1,000 fish for the baryonyx project. With the meat deposited on day 30, I got back to clearing up spawns and got trophy items in the process for the arena summons. By morning, Goat's Ichty was ready and named Steven, and with that was off to search for Bassies.
Bassy boy.
I managed to snatch up a 150 Daedon. Its stats are not great, but we do need to get these to be our healers for the boss fight, so I'm just hoping we get lucky with the stat roll by having high effectiveness. We really want high food and health on these. Goat desperately defended Steven from a horde of underwater beasts while trying to find a good Bassie, and Pixel began preparations for the pig that I was bringing back, and then KO'd it in a flash. While the pig was taming, we saw that the berry lines are done and color-coded, so one pair is mating for melee, while the other is mating for health. As for Goat's underwater perils, he did request a pair of scuba goggles as he can't see anything in the murky waters, and I do agree, we really need them, but for them, we need to push for level 81 to unlock them first. To ensure that we did not run out of raw mutton for our tames, we did make sure that the baby ovis were constantly being raised up for harvest, by the way. Alpha then succeeded in bringing home a female penguin, so the poly farm would soon begin. But man, we need to get Goat those goggles stat.
Angler. Oh no. I got knocked off of my Ishti. I'm gonna die. Yeah. Am I gonna die? Yeah, I'm dead any second. Oh, I survived. I have like 1% health. I'm gonna die.
Back at base, the pig was tamed and named Munchies. Sadly, it did not get any good rolls, really. Only 40 into health, 43 melee, and 33 food. It's not bad, but it's not good either. I was really hoping for more in the food department. Alpha then was trying to breed the penguins at sunset, but ran into a few issues.
Drop the penguin, by the way, Alpha.
How the fuck do I drop it?
Try double F.
In the evening, Goat was on his way back and still keeping his eyes peeled for basilosaurs, but no luck this day. We want one with really high health to tank us through the water caves. Sadly, not everything was as peaceful as a Bassie in the ocean, as he soon felt the wrath of a Zafactinus. I think that's how you say it. Which absolutely tore him to shreds. As he respawned, he took the raft out to find his belongings in the deep sea. So the next day, Goat managed to get his stuff back, and the baby production back at base is going smoothly. We already managed to get a perfect stat Belzebufo. By the time Goat returned, it was already around noontime, and I was just proceeding to make gates to form a water pen to keep our aquatic friends safe, completing it in the afternoon. Also, we got our first melee mutated baryonyx raised at this time as well. In the evening, Goat began to collect flint while Alpha was collecting wood. As for me, I was getting more fish meat for the baryonyx breeding, and Pixel was just harvesting berries with Chompy. This continued through the night, along with cleaning up bad bossing dino spawns. Pixel found that we had gotten a health mutated baryonyx on day 32, so this is very exciting because we are close to getting our good lines going. Because of this, Goat decided to come help me pick up the pace with getting fish for the baryonyxes, but found himself in a pickle due to lack of oxygen. Might as well get comfy in Davy Jones' locker, my boy. He later got his stuff back, Alpha switched over to stone gathering, and I brought back fish, and Pixel is just way too busy learning how to breed these things. The evening just had us doing a bit more upkeep stuff, like Alpha working on rifle ammo, everyone just checking on the frog breeding, Goat unpotting the penguins to breed them up for polymer, and then eventually Alpha did end up turning those rifle ammunitions into trank darts. On day 33, we discovered that the penguins were also devouring a lot of our fish meat. This means that we're going to constantly be having someone do a meat run here and there just to keep these babies all fed. With the penguins fully grown, I took Chompy and got an explorer note with him, leveled him slightly into organic polymer harvesting, and then proceeded to unclaim the penguins and massacre them for more of that good stuff. When that was done, I began making gates to level up, wanting to get to level 81 for scuba gear. These were needed though because we plan to use these to make a perimeter for the entire base. Goat then was sent out to get high health turtles in hopes to use them to tame a Tuso later on, and he did manage to find a turtle with 32 points into health, and that's perfect, so he began to pepper that one. I then killed a bad level 150 Therizino that I noticed, and reached level 81 by doing so I headed home to get that scuba gear crafted. At midnight, Goat had knocked out that turtle, but had no veggies on him. That was my bad though, I could have sworn that they ate meat, but I guess I was wrong. On my way home on day 34, I looted an Apprentice Megatherium saddle blueprint from a drop. Not fantastic, let's hope we don't have to use these for saddles for the army, but we might have to make do with it. After this, I got home and got 4 sets of scuba made up. At this time, the turtle was already tamed with 49 points into health, which is fantastic. Pixel then handed me 3 Ichthys to be raised up, along with Goat's Ichthys named Titan. These were going to be our main rides for now. Goat was on his way home then with the new turtle and fell victim to the almighty E attack, and I am so thankful that I'm not the only one getting hit by this anymore. As soon as Goat got his stuff back and returned to base, I handed everyone their scuba gear, and of course we dyed it accordingly, and we are looking incredibly stylish for this deep sea adventure. With the saddles of our Ichthys also dyed, we decided to name them. The speedsters of the ocean would be named Zoom, Willy, Zippy, and of course Titan. They might be as frail as glass, but we hope to outrun everything down there. And just for those that don't know why these deep sea runs are important, there are deep sea crates all around the map. They respawn from time to time and they hold incredibly good loot that we hope to obtain. With a bit of weight testing of our dolphins, we're good to go, but decide to wait till daytime as it is already difficult enough to see in the ocean, even harder at night, so some general grinding was done to finish off the day. We then gathered our supplies and got together at dawn of day 35, and with that, we were off! The supplies we grabbed were food, including Freya curry to help with the cold, as well as some tools. I have a feeling some of us might die down here, but let's just hope for the best. The goal of this run is to just swim past every single location and show the boys what this is all about so they can do it on their own later on. And a smart thing that we did was we ensured to attach trackers to each of us to help stay coordinated, but this run was not going smoothly at all.
Was that an alpha shark?
Where? Oh yeah, go. 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 Oh. It's coming! Oh shit! Don't come to me! Don't come to me!
South.
Oh,
This
aggressive!
way.
It's aggressive! Move!
Oh shit! That's a plesio! Follow me! Go!
I'm like, oh, it's so cute, and then it just bites me.
We did come across a really weird issue where for some reason Alpha kept losing health drastically while underwater. It couldn't have been the cold since he had the same curry as us and had even more fortitude than we did, but for some reason the moment his head dipped underwater he started to lose health very fast, so he had no choice but to head back home to tend to the base while we kept diving. Day 36 was a bit eventful to say the least.
There's a plesios on us. Oh, there's an alpha megalodon somewhere. Ooh, alpha. Oh, buddy. Whoa,
A Europterid?
The sun began to rise as we were in the north, and we just weren't getting lucky with spotting drops. Alpha continued his endeavors of making trank darts this entire time. It was late in the evening when we came across our first deep sea crate. But alas, the ocean, she does not give up her bounty so easily.
Please run. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yep, I'm dead. Holy shit! Don't come here. I repeat, do not come here.
God, I'll be there in a bit so I can lure them away.
Holy holy You want then I'll try and loot it?
You're there? Okay, yeah, he's after you, the Plesio whatever, Pleasuresaurus.
The Pleasuresaurus?
Okay, I'm looting.
Okay, I'm luring them away, they're behind me.
I can't, I'm not level 80! I'm gonna die.
Oh no!
I'm escaping! I'm almost dead.
We all regrouped and decided that the only thing we can really do is just to gear up again after such an unsuccessful adventure. Though we did have a stroke of luck on day 37 because we spotted 2 level 150 megalodons outside our base. We could not pass up this chance as they would be amazing for deep sea cave runs. Goat quickly rushed to base to get the items needed to tame them, while Alpha lured away the rest of the pack so we would single out the ones that we wanted to tame. The male was knocked out first, and here's where I got to teach the boys a very valuable lesson, that when hitting a creature that is knocked out, you cause a loss of taming effectiveness. So as you can see, we both fired technically at the same time. The first arrow knocked it out, the second arrow just caused it damage. But in this case, this isn't a bossing tame, so it's totally fine. Goat got some mutton shoved into its mouth, and then we got the female on over and lured her to the shore and got her pinned on some coral because, dear God, ASA has so much of this stuff in the shallow waters, it's almost impossible to swim peacefully. We then got the female knocked out, and Pixel at this time was already raising 4 perfect frogs for the bug cave.
Oh, you bird. Are you kidding me? It took my long neck.
Ha! You have to be kidding.
It dropped it right away, but...
Ah, yeah. You're Willy.
Yeah.
Willy was killed by ichthyosaur, by piranhas.
What?
Willie?
Westing Willy.
I parked him just for a second there.
Can you leave your Willy?
No, where did you leave your Willy, man?
With both megalodons now tamed, we began to breed them up to get perfect stats, and Goat seems to have really taken to the sea, so he's going to end up being our main ocean diver for now. He even went back to try and get the stuff that I lost at the crate. Unsuccessfully though, but it's the thought that counts. The rest of us continue to feed our growing breeding stations, and just letting you know, we wanted to build a nice base, but this entire area is going to become a giant breeding compound, you will see. On day 38, Goat was making gates to level up to level 80, as you need to be that level to open up deep sea crates, which is going to be his job, so some resource gathering was needed for that while I was also cleaning up the spawns, while Alpha continued meat runs and Pixel just worked on the breeding. And for all this breeding, he did send out a request to us scouts to bring back an oviraptor since they do help with breeding times, and so I spotted one and brought it on home where it was KO'd by the boys. Goat decided to stop making gates and decided to go around and kill stuff because that was faster to level up apparently, and I joined him. The sooner we get good bossing tames, the better. Eventually, the oviraptor was tamed up no problem thanks to all the eggs that we have, and was named Counselor Troy, and it began to collect some eggs, making Pixel's life much easier. As for leveling Goat, we noticed that parasaurs were giving a lot of XP and were quick to take down, so we had at them, and even got to claim a baby amongst them, so that's another tame to our collection. I have to say though, we are having such terrible luck with spawns. Just look at this Rex. It pains me to my soul, but I guess it's not all bad because Goat got a note and killed it for more XP. The grind continued throughout the night, It was on day 39 when Goat and I decided to tame a female turtle to go with the male that he had tamed earlier, but again, nothing is smooth sailing in this adventure now, is it?
Oh no.
Here, hold on, I have an idea.
Oh,
There we go.
what?
Hey.
Nice.
Haha!
Genius.
Wombo combo, baby!
Goat did manage to land the KO, but we have no veggies on us, so he's going to watch over it while I attempt to make my way on home on a very slow RG, but the turtle got damaged by a terror bird and became useless to us, so we decided to just move on. During this time, Pixel gave Alpha a baby baryonyx. It's not a perfect one, but it's going to help him gather fish meat more efficiently, so he's in charge of getting this little guy all raised up.
I'm not fully sure.
What?
Opa.
Ah, yeah, I forgot that I can't breathe underwater.
Oh. That'll do it.
As for the two of us, Goat got riot gear from a loot drop, and yes, we are going to be getting a lot of loot this way, so much so that it's going to be impossible to list all that we get in this video, so I'm only going to be highlighting the important stuff that we get from here on out. Eventually, Goat succeeded on his mission to reach level 80, so with that done, he headed on home, and it was around this time that Alpha's baryonyx was fully grown as well. So he set out on Barry the baryonyx to get more fish, while I set out to get some wood. With Goat now being our go-to ocean man, he began preparations to head out on his adventure, though it did take him quite a while to prepare everything. The baryonyx is working swimmingly on gathering that fish meat for Alpha, so those troubles are now solved. On day 40, Goat is still setting up waypoints on the map, much more efficient than placing gates. Good on you, my boy, I didn't even know you could do that. I then began placing those gates around the base perimeter, so let's check back on Goat. He finished his preparations and headed out in the mid-morning. He actually did find the drop very quickly, but had a really weird issue where he just couldn't open it. Like, just look, it just doesn't work. And yes, he is level 80, and he tried it a second time, but here he met his end, and with that, Davy Jones. This ended up frustrating all of us since we couldn't figure out what to do, but don't worry, it kind of magically just sorts itself out later on. As the sun was setting, I was almost done placing down the perimeter. Still got a ways to go, but I'm very proud with what we've got done. Even got some torches placed, which makes the place look rather pretty at night. Goat then set out once more to find a tanky female turtle on day 41, and I killed a diplo that spawned in our base, claiming its baby as our own, so that's another member to our ever-growing dino dex. After that, I got to expanding our water pen by adding some spikes and gates at the ledges and so on. By now, it's also become very clear that Alpha is our main scout for bossing tames, so he will continue his time in the sky looking for them on the map. As for Pixel, yes, he will be breeding almost the entire time, though he now actually learned to use the smart breeder to help him better understand what to do, since this is just a massive undertaking that we're going to do. Goat eventually found the turtle that he was looking for, but a dang bird stole all of his carrots out of his inventory. So in the late afternoon, I headed on over with veggies to help him out, and during this, a raptor did manage to spawn inside of our base and began trying to kill our tames. Pixel luckily managed to lure it away and killed it, but it did manage to kill our male mutated baryonyx. It's a really big shame, but we can recover from this. The female turtle was then tamed and brought back home to begin breeding, as these turtles here are our ticket to taming some krakens in the deep ocean. Pixel kicked off day 42 by making some base pieces, as we are thinking about expanding a little bit. Goat was then raising 4 baby megalodons to be his bodyguards on his exploration of the depths, and I continued to make walls and spikes for the perimeter. All that was happening while Alpha was fighting for his dear life on his quest to find good bossing dinos. This process took most of the day for all of us, as it also included gathering resources. It was first at sunset when Goat got his protection squad raised up and began crafting saddles for all of them. I then finished the ocean pen around this time as well, and started placing foundations everywhere to help reduce the chance of wildlife spawning in our base again. Goat then used the munchies to heal the megalodons, and also, as you can see here, Pixel learned of a cool breeding strategy by making these leveled breeding platforms, and we're gonna make a lot of these for every single species that we breed. This will keep things very neat and organized. Alpha died of sheer cold on day 43 just before he reached his campfire, so he'll be busy getting his stuff back to continue his hunt. Goat then set out to hunt down Eurypterids, basically scorpions of the sea, because they drop black pearls, which are needed for taming a Tuso. So since he was gone, I decided to raise his turtles in his stead, which Goat had no problem with at all, since he was having a ton of fun slaying everything that he came across in the ocean. By now, the breeding was set up and running, with 1 male and many females. This is going to be our strategy moving forward, because it is so much easier than having a line for melee and for HP, because in this case, you just gotta swap out the male and you're good to go, because all the females don't have mutation. Back to the megalodons though, we actually got a perfect stat female by now. The ones that Goat is using are just offshoots trying to get to this point, so this means that we will have powerful sharks spread up very soon. And Alpha did manage to get his stuff back early in the day, so he was back on that hunt. Day 44 started a little bit more tense because we had to lure an alpha raptor away before it destroyed our base, and then soon after though, a perfect male popped out of the megalodon, so soon the perfect ones will be bred and we hope to use these for the underwater caves. Goat's quest for black pearls was not so easy though in these murky depths.
Oh, they took a big chunk out of the alpha.
Oh yeah?
Should I try it?
Up to you, bro. do you, man.
Attack the alpha. Okay, he's half health.
Holy damn.
It's dead.
Really? What?
I am the king of the underwater.
King of the sea.
Goat was getting deep sea drops while hunting for black pearls, but the loot was not as great as desired, so he's gonna have to continue doing this for quite some time, but he's also using this time to kill any alphas that he comes across. Besides the saddles that I mentioned that we want blueprints of, we could really use some Ascendant flak blueprints as well as that of a pump action shotgun, so fingers crossed we can get something. I did join Alpha in the hunt for bossing dinos, but ARK had another idea in mind.
Oh, ha! Oh, fuck.
But yeah, nothing else really happened. Goat just returned with the pearls, Alpha and I cleared out more spawns, and Pixel did manage to get better turtles and megalodons out for more breeding. Day 45 come around, and a little side note, in case I do sound a little bit different, I do apologize. I kinda had to travel halfway across the planet for some very urgent things, so I'm not in my usual office, so I hope it is okay though. My apologies. Either way, Goat, after depositing a ton of fish, took the Ascendant scuba set that I got from a drop earlier and returned out to get some black pearls with it. For some reason though, our megalodons just died. They would be fine and then poof, death. We have no idea what caused this issue, but we did lose a ton of megalodons due to this glitch, so Goat was raising up some new babies that Pixel handed over to him, so we should have some new pairs soon. Pixel's new breeding area now had air conditioners, so he's able to hatch tons of eggs at once, and he also got to place down this fridge to keep everything nice and fresh. Now we did not plan on taming any Gigantoraptors, but I did find this level 145, and they're just so pretty, and they are a new dinosaur, so I asked Goat to bring me some eggs and gilly so I can try and tame this baby. Once I got my delivery on day 46, I began to attempt this feathery friend. It was a little bit hard at first, but thankfully Goat was acting as my spotter. To tame these guys, you need to drop eggs away from the nest so the mama goes over there to eat them, and during this time, you go into the nest and play a minigame of sorts with the baby. It's all about timing and trying not to get mama to get mad at you. The sun had already come out, but I was relentless in taming this oversized chicken.
Most likely coming back. It's coming. It's almost there.
I got it.
Nice! He's like, what just happened?
Like, where my baby at? We did it, man!
Sadly, the stats came out kinda meh, but it's fine because this dino is very useful for breeding. You get feathers and it helps you pass along really good stats along the breeding line, so this is gonna help Pixel in the long run. With this successful tame, Goat left a check on his sharks, and sadly this meant though that Pixel was alone at base during this whole time because Alpha was also out and about, which meant he had to deal with the same alpha raptor that I lured away on day 44, which led to a massive mess.
No! F you.
What?
There's an alpha raptor. It's going to kill me.
Oh,
Oh, Chompy's dead.
yeah. How do I open this gate? Ah, there we go. It's after me now. There we go. Yum, yum, yum!
Luckily, we survived that ordeal, but we are going to need many more foundations to stop things from spawning near us. Goat then prepared the sharks for his grand adventures to continue in the ocean, and Pixel ordered another oviraptor to expand his breeding, so I snatched one up in the forest, but I had to land for stamina while it was in my feet, and in that process I lost it in the tall grass, but this was not all that bad though, because I did spot a level 150 Rex right next to me. I began hunting it down immediately, luring it into a trap that I had made, and I can see the difference in the AI from ASA compared to ASE. Eventually though, I did get it in and began to trank it out, and during this, Goat fought a Tuso somehow, but was fine thanks to his sharks. They actually handled it very well. This is pretty good news because we do want to tame a really good Tuso, and not a lot of them spawn on the map, so Goat is from here on out going to slay more of them for stronger ones to be able to spawn on in. Alpha came to help me with the Rex tame on day 47, stuffed mutton into its chops, and he would watch over it as I headed south because I was trying not to become a crowsicle. I arrived home and popped out more megalodons to raise up, and checked out the Gigantoraptor to see how we could use it in our base. Alpha joined me at base shortly after because the Rex was tamed and its stats are not bad at all, and it was named Rexton. As for Goat, he was returning home, although quite empty-handedly.
I think somebody's home.
Can't get through this gate.
At least there was one positive. Goat showed me that he had more than enough black pearls to tame a very strong Tuso. With this knowledge in hand, Goat was given the okay to search out a kraken while doing his deep sea runs. I then grabbed my trusty long neck and headed out to continue hunting dinos for bossing with Alpha when we got notice from Goat that he had just left the base and found a basilosaur that was incredibly powerful. These are ideal for deep sea ocean caves as they are immune to jellyfishes and eels. So as we headed out, we dropped some mutton off to him so he could passively tame this whale. Pixel notified us of his excitement as he got his first double health mutation on a baryonyx. He is slowly getting the hang of breeding. Alpha and I would split up. He would take the north as the winter soldier that he has become, seeking out Uties, Daedons, and Megatheriums, while I would take on the southern area, seeking out Rexes and Theries. That Bassie though was tamed by Goat later on in the evening, and this is going to be so useful. He notified us of the stats on day 48, and this is definitely a fantastic find. Although we can't stop our megalodons from dropping like flies. We have no idea, but they're just dying one after another. Alpha then looted a red drop for a Journeyman Gigantoraptor and Rex saddle. Not quite what we're looking for, and we're really hoping for some luck to shine on through because numbers is all that matters. So we need good mutations and more importantly, good saddles. Getting a little bit worried here.
Oh no, Alpha. Here's an Alpha with 151,000 health.
I think that.
Okay. Yep, they're all attacking him, so I might as well go for it.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh, this is not looking too good. This is not. Oh no.
Got it, you got it.
There's so
But
much.
if it eats one of your sharks, it's gonna heal.
No.
Yep.
15,000 health. He's gonna die. Don't heal. He's dead.
Nice, dude.
As for me, I slayed so many Theries, hoping for a good one to spawn, but found something much more rare. I found the fabled unicorn.
Oh, I found the unicorn.
No way.
I found it.
We all agreed that we had to tame this as there is only ever one on the map at the same time, so we can't pass up this opportunity. Pixel brought me some carrots to the green obelisk where I managed to bring it on over, and Pixel then checked the perimeter for any dangers before taming it. Once the green light was given, I began the taming process, though I didn't fully understand how to tame a horse. The mechanic is still a little bit new to me, surprisingly.
And we. Alright, down it goes. Think I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's taming up.
I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. Ah, I see. I need to feed it whenever I get a prompt at the right bottom of my screen.
Yeah.
So I lost a lot of effectiveness, but it's fine. It's not like we're gonna fight with this thing. Okay, fed. There we go. We got it. Ha ha ha. Let's go, baby.
You got the unicorn.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Obviously, because of our monster hunting adventures, we had to name this kidding. Back to Goat though, he spotted an amazing female Basilosaurus, which is most definitely what we want to breed with the male that we already have. Alpha then rushed some mutton to him since he was all out for this process, and since I was close to Green Obelisk, I checked the area and saw an interesting theory with decent melee, and decided I might as well give it a shot. It's the best we might get. The trapping process lasted into day 49, and it was a little bit scary because I didn't have any bear traps on me, so I had to just run around like a headless chicken from another chicken, and through sheer luck and persistence, managed to trap it without getting shredded. From here, landing the KO is quite easy, and I was hoping to get some good melee stats out of this tame. Goat then notified us that he actually tamed that female Bassie, and it has 47 points of health. Now that is fantastic to hear. Music to my ears. If only the deep drops would give him some luck. Same with the squid stats because they're all kind of trash. Alpha was just slaying creatures left and right for spawns, but he did actually manage to slay his first Alpha Cardo. It might have taken him half an hour, but we are trying to get those trophy items that we need under our belt. My theory though was taking forever to tame up, and it's only thanks to Kidding that I had enough narco berries to keep it knocked out for the day. Goat had gotten comfortable killing alphas left and right, so leveling the sharks was no issue at all. Pixel also finished this day off by completing the baryonyx breeding platform. However, the Theory was finally tamed up on day 50, and though it did not get as good of a stat roll as I wanted, it did get 45 points of melee, and that'll do for now. It was first at this time that Goat had notified us that his scuba gear needed to be repaired so he could continue his crate and squid hunt, so I headed to his location to grab his broken gear, to bring it home to repair, and to bring it back afterwards, but that just kind of was the goal. Other stuff kind of happened.
What the? No!
No!
What are you doing? Help me!
I'm trying! I'm shooting it! No! God damn it! Fucking cap, bro!
That right there is called getting ARKed, so I had no choice but to bring everything home that he had on him and get it repaired, since he would be busy locating all of the sharks from that traumatic experience that got left out in the ocean to fend for themselves. Once I got everything repaired, Alpha offered to bring it back to him since he was heading in that direction anyways. He took off with the goods at sunset with some extra RGs, as the sharks were all loaded up with meat, so we might as well bring all of that back as a massive haul for our feeding troughs. What's real nice is that he actually looted an Ascended Fur Boot blueprint. This is going to be really helpful, likely for the Tech Cave or even some of the harder snow caves. Alpha and Goat met up on day 51 to begin their meat hauls. Alpha would just grab any meat that the sharks had gotten and bring them to base, while Goat was still swimming about trying to get more crates. In this time, I did find a Daedon with a pretty decent food stat, so I snatched it up and brought it back to base, where Pixel was getting a taming pit whipped up. I dropped the piggy inside once it was ready, and from there we KO'd it no problem. During this, Goat was back in the ocean hunting more crates, and although he didn't find any of those, he did find something, however.
15 health? Really? Sorry, Octopops, but you're dead. This thing... Wait, 120k health? It's only level 15 health. Oh, it's an alpha.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'm munching on it.
Okay. Oh, Weak Bruce is dead.
This is boys.
This is boys.
I think this is it.
Oh boy.
I think this is it.
Oh boy. Down to Davy Jones' locker. Holy moly. Wait, are you still alive?
Oh yeah. And this alpha is almost dead.
Okay.
But I'm gonna die. I could just try and
Uh-oh.
escape, actually. I should do that.
Needless to say, after mistaking a Alpha Tuso for a regular, he decided to head back home on an RG that he had on him. It was first at sunset when Munchies 2.0 was tamed and rolled incredibly bad. Like, it's basically completely useless. I was incredibly disappointed. I ended off the day by simply breeding more sharks while Pixel was working on a bridge that would lead to a cliff breeding platform that he was working on. Day 52 came around and I was just preparing more good sharks while Goat was taming another good Bassie right in front of our base, which is when Alpha spotted a Yuchi on his scouting mission, so I went to back him up because we already know how much luck and stress is involved trying to get one of these knocked out, and it was indeed quite a lot of work. It got stuck on everything and nearly died to some mantas because it just couldn't move out of the water, but eventually we managed to get it to work.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you might be luring him.
Come on. Come on. Almost. Come on. There's more room over here. Come here. What the?
Yep. Beauty taming is always the worst.
Come on, you're basically here.
So annoying. I hate taming Uties so much. I have an idea. I'm gonna try something. Oh crap. Crap. I need help.
Okay, coming.
It's out. It's out. It's out.
Okay, coming. What? You can pass that snow? That ice block, but not this one?
Let's try and bring him to the other side. It's evidently like this side isn't working.
Oh, he's out! Ah! No! I wanna run! Come here! Go on! Yeah! Okay, he's out here. He's standing.
Okay.
Don't you dare walk in the f***ing water. He will roar. Oh, yeah, he scared me away.
I'm coming.
I'm coming back too. Because he scared me so far.
Okay, I have the trap set up. I'm gonna try and lure him in.
Of course, he stands still
Okay.
there.
He's fearing me.
There. He's inside.
You need to place a gate fast. Behind him, behind him, behind him.
Right, this doesn't work. Oh, there. No. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't let me. No, it doesn't let me.
Try to lure him into the middle. I'll place the gate.
Yeah, buy everything you want.
Okay, I think that might work. I think we have him. Place more gates just to be safe. Oh!
Scared me away.
Oh! Wait. No, he got out.
God damn it.
No! Why are they attacking? Ah! I'm gonna die.
It's after me. It's after
Come
me,
on,
it's after me.
come on. Okay. I think he can't get out. I hope. Holy! Oh, I thought this was another Yui. Oh.
I saw that.
At that point, Goat had finished taming up that male Bassie, and Pixel announced that Buddy almost got kidnapped by birds. Didn't know that was a thing, to be honest. Goat brought this new tame home, and surprisingly, both male and females rolled 43 points into HP, which is fantastic. That saves us some work. With the Yudi knocked out, Alpha got food into its belly and then would head out to do a metal run. I stayed behind to watch over the sleeping Yudi, and Goat returned to his deep sea hunts, looking for crates and good Tusos. Pixel would get the Basilos to breed at night, and when the Yudi tamed up, I saw that it had 35 HP, 43 stamina, and 30 melee. Not too bad actually, it's quite alright. Let's just hope we find a better HP male. As for our deep sea luck, Goat was finding better loot, sure, it's just nothing that we need. As day 53 rolls in, so does a snowstorm that completely blinded me while I was looking for a male Yudi. And while I was rendered useless, Goat was making a speedy escape from an overpowered Alpha Moza. But his sharks actually decided to go in for the fight regardless of his orders. This kind of led him to just join in the fray, and they surprisingly ended up killing the thing, which is mind-boggling to me, but good job. With the storm now over, I spotted a level 140 Daedon, and I snatched it up, of course. Brought it back to base around the same time as Alpha was dropping off his metal run. I simply dropped the pig into the taming pen and rinsed and repeated the same process like the last Daedon. Come afternoon, Pixel has gotten quite good practice with breeding, now having berries with 3 melee and health mutations. At sunset, Munchies 3.0 was tamed, and again it's just kinda meh. We might want to just mix the best stats from Munchies 1 and 3 at this point, so they were set to breed on the new breeding platform that Pixel had prepared. 54 began by ensuring that the pigs as well as the Bassies were set to breed to hopefully get some equal breeding pairs going, and Alpha was back to scouting but looted a crafted industrial forge, which is huge, so he rushed back with that and got it set up behind the hut. With my part of the breeding done, I simply set out to look for more bossing dinos and almost lost Toketo to a pair of Rexes in this process, but thankfully got out of their jaws.
What? It made 20 already?
Yup.
Holy mamma mia.
I was then notified that we already got equal stat pigs, so I guess we got really lucky right off the rip. Goat was then preparing to go into the ocean again, but this time a different strategy. He would be riding the dolphin because it's much faster than the sharks, and he has a PT in tow in case he needs to fly across the map, and he would simply just pod out sharks in case he needs to fight something, although this strat would first start once he actually manages to get back into the server because he's just constantly having game crashes. And about those 2 Rexes, they almost killed me again, so Alpha had to come back me up to clear these 2 spawns up, and with that completed, Alpha headed north to scout and get more red drops since that's where he's been getting lucky, and I would again go south. The clock is ticking and we are running out of time, and this map just won't spawn us anything insanely good, so I'm really thinking we have to start taming whatever we can find ASAP to get to mutating, but fingers crossed we find a hidden gem. As day 55 came in, it was very clear that everyone had some solid tasks. Alpha and I tend to clear out spawns while scouting for bossing dinos, Goat does his deep sea dives, and Pixel simply works on breeding, so in case I say everyone is doing their tasks, that's what I mean as of this point. Goat did find a chest, but he actually forgot his shark, so getting it was impossible. This leads him to head on back on the PT that he had on him.
Flap, are you abandoning me? Please, Flappy, 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 don't do this to me, man. I feed you. Baryonyx, I'm very dead. Yeah, oh yeah. Flappy, Flappy, come close to me. Flappy.
Another great thing, besides spotting a second unicorn, what are the odds of that, was that Pixel was now preparing to fuse our baryonic stats together for our main line. Once this would be successful, they would be our main cave runners for the artifacts. To my luck, though still not luck with the bossing tames, I did find a level 150 Gigantoraptor, and I kinda want it. I don't know, maybe we'll use it for something. So I headed back to base at night, got the eggs, and just as I'm about to leave to tame it, Goat notified me that he was going to tame a Tuso in front of him because screw it, we are halfway past the adventure anyways. And since I've never participated in taming a Tuso, I got all the things that we were going to need because I'm going to back him up for this grand endeavor. To bring the stuff to him on day 56, I popped out Flippy and zoomed on over to Goat's location out in the open ocean. I went as fast as I could as his sharks are slowly dying. Once there, I handed him an extra shark, some turtles to be used to hold the Tuso in place, and the pearls that he will need to tame it. Taming it was actually much easier than expected though, and with it being female, all we need is a male to get an imprinted one. This was actually very fast and successful, so we were sure to go and get that Gigantoraptor that I'd left behind. So I slapped on some ghillie and made my way on over to it. Looted an ascended fur gauntlet along the way. I honestly feel like we've got a lot of these by now, but either way, I landed the tame in the afternoon. This little guy is a male, and since we do have a female back at base, this means that we can breed them. It has 43 melee, so it might be an emergency dino in case we can't get bossing dinos, but let's hope we don't have to resort to that. Although now that I say it out loud, it does sound like a really bad idea. Day 57 and everyone is back to their tasks, though Goat did die to the all-famous E attack. Well, not so much the E attack, he somehow survived, but he landed next to a Microraptor, and the rest speaks for itself there, so, rest in peace. While Goat went to get his things back, I finally brought Pixel that Oviraptor that he ordered so long ago. However, for Goat, as he was getting his things back, he learned that yes, the Microraptors can indeed dismount you quite frequently. I think we can all agree that they are terrible and definitely not needed in this game because the pain that they put onto the players is just unnecessary. We all just simply continued our tasks throughout the day, and we ended the day by getting the Gigantoraptors breeding. 58 starts the same. Pixel has added another area with a generator and ACs for hatching eggs. Whenever Goat is done with the sea hunts, he is always going to be joining Alpha and the Skydrop hunts as well as looking for bossing tames. This gives us 3 sets of eyes instead of 2. We managed to get perfect stat basilos breeding now, so that's actually really fantastic. Each one of them is going to be fantastic for those deep sea cave runs. Goat spotted an Alpha Rex on his trip, so we all headed on over to slay the beast because we're going to need its tooth. And we all quickly agreed that the easiest way to take this thing down, because it's close to the ocean, is to just lure it into a mosh pit of our megalodons. If only our megalodons wouldn't die for no apparent reason. It was first at sundown where we got the sharks ready for battle, largely due to me accidentally bringing babies and we had to raise them up here, but let's not get into that. Alpha then lured the Alpha Rex on over because he is just simply the perfect bait, and this plan worked like a charm.
Have at it, boy!
Punching time!
Sick 'em, boys!
Yeah, I can't move. My sharks are all glitched.
Oh yeah, no, they're shredding them.
No, it goes way faster, but I can't. None of the sharks can move. They're all stuck.
Well, whatever they're doing it well. So, And bada big, bada boom. Done and dusted at sundown.
The day simply ended as Goat found the shark with the tooth, so that is a mission success. It was on day 59 when I spotted a high-level female Rex amongst many carnivores, so Alpha came to give me a hand, and in doing so, perfectly lured it into the trap that I had ready. Once it was cleared, we KO'd it and put meat inside its belly for taming. While it was taming, we cleared out more theories, hoping to get a good female to spawn in for our lonely male. Goat was up to his usual shenanigans at this time, though.
Oh shit, there's an Alpha Tuso. Alpha Tuso.
We need an Alpha Tuso eye, by the way.
Oh no, it got me! How did it get me?
Oh shit, he's dead. He's so dead. There it is. Error 404. That's what you named it?
We landed the Rex tame, and sadly its HP is really shit at 39. Comparing it to Rex, since it's only a 1-point difference, so this is a horrible specimen. During this, Goat got his things back and successfully tamed another Tuso. He thought that it was a male, which is not the case, but he was proud and that's what matters most. Our expeditions had us looking for Megatheriums, and we spotted one with 32 HP pre-roll. I chose it and trapped it perfectly on foot, tranked it on out, and in this time Alpha ran into a stamina issue with his RG, landing him on the ground defending himself against Carnos, and somehow managed to survive it all. Good job out there, soldier. Once the Megatherium was tamed up, I saw that it rolled its health stat to 42, which we can definitely work with. Goat spotted an Alpha Tuso on his adventure and still felt rage for what happened earlier and decided to fight it. He actually beat it, which landed us the eye, which we're going to need for the final boss. 2 trophies down. We all decided to head on home around sunset and arrived, which is when we saw Pixel unpotted a lot of perfect female Daedons, so with them out we should be getting mutation hogs in no time. This was, however, when it was discovered that the Tuso that Goat brought back was in fact another female, so yeah, we kinda still need a male. Don't you worry, Goat, it's the thought that counts. It happens to the best of us. We start day 61 the same as usual for the most part. Goat and Alpha headed out on their tasks, and this time Pixel would join me in the search for bossing tames, and it was he himself that spotted a level 150 female Rex with 41 melee, and as luck would have it, it has a baby boy. We cleared the area, although it was a little bit of a struggle with a Stego and Alpha Raptor nearby, but we managed to live and got the Rex trapped and began to dart it down. We had a slight situation arise when the Alpha Raptor had to be lured away while the Rex was KO'd, but we managed successfully, and during this time Goat was having no luck at all with those deep sea crates as he had only gotten absolute garbage. The Rex was eventually tamed and it rolled a phenomenal 53 points into melee, which is amazing. She was named Bloody Mary due to her blood red color, and of course, we also tamed her child, which was named Bloody Shot. We began to head home, and I did spot a better beaver on the way, so I would just snatch that and bring it back home to be tamed in the pen. As day 62 began, Goat got an ascended fishing rod from an Alpha Tuso kill, which could be incredibly useful as you can use the fishing mechanics in this game to loot incredibly good blueprints. The Rexes were set to breed to get an equal pair going, and that beaver that I brought back was KO'd and got food into its belly straight away. As for the Rexes, our goal stats are to get 39 HP from Arexa, 45 stamina from Rexton, and of course the 53 melee from Bloody Mary. And with luck, the first baby popped out from Rexton and Arexa was perfect. Low in oxygen, but that's okay, we don't need that. We'll be using this baby to breed with Mary, saving us quite a lot of time. Justin Beaver soon tamed up and would soon be put to work. In the meantime, I would get more AC set up for hatching more eggs. Pixel then got more Daedon set up for breeding, because we can never have too much bacon now, can we? And as night fell, Goat called out that he spotted an okay male Tuso. You already know he's gonna go for that tame. Alpha was simply getting more metal at this time, depositing it all into the new Indie Forge, while I was scouting once more and looting beaver dams to end off the night. As we begin day 63, Goat stated that he successfully tamed the male Tuso and was bringing it home for breeding. I then spotted 2 yellow drops, so I would head on over to get those, and Alpha saw one with a ring that had an ascended Daedon saddle in it, so of course he wanted it, but it was surrounded by meat-loving fiends.
Let's see if nothing attacks me. So I put Ice Baby down now. I'm going to try to cryopod him quickly. Oh, fuck! Attack! Fucking Trudons. Ugly bastards. Get me, Di Maria.
Di Maria?
No, not the bear. Who cares about the bear? Oh, I'm unconscious.
Oh boy. Ah, shit.
Nobody cares about Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, I couldn't do anything.
Oh, shit. Okay, now that's Trudons for you.
My drops were incredibly terrible, but the bright side was that the second drop
Had a 150 female theory right next to it.
Alpha was rushing back to his death spot, but sadly Ice Baby 2 the Yankee died. He was unable to get there in time. To top it off, the loot drop disappeared, so that's a double stab in the gut right there. Lost the Anki and also the Daedon saddle. To even further say how much of a shit show this was for Alpha, Freedom the PT died in a massive mess in the same spot. Alpha then tried to get on the RG to escape, but was stunned off and died yet again. Luckily, Goat was close by, so he whistled the RG to safety, but Alpha, poor boy, was going insane, but welcome to ARK, my boy. It does that to all of us. You're just one of the crew now. With Alpha respawning at base, I asked him to make the exceptional kibble that I'm going to need for the Theory tame, and during that time, I trapped said Theory.
Landing this one posed little to no issue at all. Let's just hope that we roll good on its stats. Meanwhile, Pixel was struggling to set up the pigs to breed.
Because this King of the Hill style is a little bit of a tough one because there's tons of females and they're like 90% head, so when they look at you, they just kind of block the path, so he was kind of losing his mind in his own right. At sunset, Alpha was heading my way with the kibble in tow while I was shooting down that theory, landing the KO at night. And Pixel's struggles came with a reward as we got a pink HP mutation pig right away. To end off this day, Alpha simply dropped off that kibble and then headed on out to scout for a new Anki while I fed the theory. Thanks to that kibble drop off, the tame was incredibly swift, landing it on day 64. Came up with 44 HP and that's good enough. I got it home so we can get it breeding while Alpha began to tame a new Anki in our taming pen at base. This is when I got back and got those theory breeding to get 44 HP and 45 melee together as equal pairs. Goat took the Ascended Rod to the Redwoods for blueprint fishing, Bloody Mary in tow as his demolition dino to clean up the area where he is going to be fishing. I then headed out north in search of Uties or Megatheriums while Pixel preps the Tuso breeding area. Ice Baby 3 was tamed and taken on a metal run at sundown by Alpha, and Goat was slowly learning the fishing minigame, taking a while to get a good spot going, but he's slowly getting a grasp of it. Goat then landed a very massive catch on day 65 with many resources, weapons, and blueprints like an Ascended Longneck blueprint, Riot BPs, and an Ascended AR2.
Apprentice, compound bolt.
Hold on. I pressed the almighty E attack. Okay. Hold on.
Pixel here has discovered the hassle of Tuso breeding due to their massive size and ridiculous turn radius, but he'll eventually get that going. Alpha had his first E-attack moment, although it wasn't a full-fledged one because he was safe thanks to a parachute that he had on him. For the most part, we all spent the day just doing our respective tasks. I managed to find a level 150 male Megatherium with 32 melee and got it trapped up and tamed quickly. It was first at night when the Tusos were finally set up for breeding, and the Megatheriums are now too. Surprisingly, we've got a lot of good breeding dinos recently, but we're still in need of a good female Uti, ideally with a good HP stat. Alpha was on a non-stop metal run on day 66, while Goat was setting up defenses for the squids. Pixel got to work making another breeding platform while I continued to hunt down that female Uti that I mentioned that we still need.
And although not perfect, I was thinking on settling on this level 135 female since all the spawns have been pretty trash.
It had okay health, but shortly after setting my sights on it, it died because, you know, they kind of aggro onto everything. I hate them so much. I then just got back to base and set up more sharks to breed, and Goat actually got a pretty good baby Tuso by now. It has the best HP, stamina, and weight, so it's gonna raise up to mate with the one with the best melee. On day 67, I decided to go searching for otters, as they're gonna be incredibly useful to keep us warm in the tech cave. I did spot this level 140 near the Redwoods, and sure, it has terrible stats, but whatever, it'll do just fine, and I followed up that tame by taming up a low-level female. I'm gonna set these to breed ASAP, but what's more important right now is that we managed to get an equal stat Megatherium pair raised up. So this means we can begin mutation breeding soon. Since Pixel is still building a new breeding platform, I helped gather resources while Alpha continued the metal grind and Goat heads out to the deep sea for crates. The new platform was actually completed at day's end, so that's good. 68 was great because Pixel is finally now able to begin raising Rexes to breed them for mutations. Alpha also changes from metal runs to crystal runs while I prepped up a penguin farm for Polymer. Squidster, the perfect male Tuso, is then raised up and now breeding with the perfect female. Alpha eventually brings home the crystal haul that he managed to get, and I used that to make a grinder as the sun began to set. During this time, Goat actually managed to get quite a lot of good loot from fishing. It's his new favorite thing to do when not diving. Alpha and I then loaded up the grinder with loot that we had and did not need, and this granted us tons of supplies to end off the day. 69 and Goat is now raising Tusos for use, naming the one that he shall use as Squidnapper. Pixel at this time is very busy getting the Rexes mutated and ready to go, so I helped out swapping out some of the Theries to get a perfect pair while the perfect Megatheriums are now breeding. Alpha is getting wood by the truckload with Justin Beaver, and sadly Squidnapper died for no reason, just poof, it just vanished, so Goat gets a new Squidnapper set up for raising. As for Alpha, he was using the first theory that we tamed to gather up thatch, while I was starting to make a new platform to breed the Megatheriums, King of the Hills style like we're doing all of them. At day's end, the Rex platform was actually completed. It's pretty beefy. I did say that this place would look more like a complex than a base, and what matters though is that this is all incredibly efficient. To follow this up, the Megatherium platform was finished early on day 70, and Pixel is now working on 2 HP mutations on the Daedons, while perfect female Megatheriums are being raised up en masse. The morning was mainly used for maintenance across the board, and as it got close to noon, Alpha and I then headed out to find a female Uti, and I surprised him with an Ascended Longneck, which made him incredibly happy because it's his favorite gun. I also made one for me, so this will put our target to sleep incredibly fast. As Alpha and I took off, we spotted Goat fishing on a raft while protecting his baby squids. As the second squid napper ended up dying, Goat realized that it's because it was not getting any food from the trough, so he works to get that sorted out. About that Yudi though, Alpha and I spotted a level 140 female Yudi with 30 HP, and I decided, you know what, screw it, let's just tame it because we have to get to breeding. And taming this was a nightmare as both of us forgot bear traps and the fear roars were constantly making us mess up. I have made so many ARK videos and I cannot recall a single Yudi tame that went off without a hitch. Maybe y'all remember one that went smoothly, cause I can't. But luckily, on day 71, we managed to get it trapped thanks to Alpha and his impeccable baiting skills to lure it into the gates. So KOing it from here was absolutely no problem thanks to these new long necks, and here's to hoping we actually roll a good HP stat on it. Pixel at this time was working on the theory breeding as we still do not have an equal pair of those, but we're getting quite close. Goat in this time was also doing a meat run for all of the meat-loving babies that we have, and finally, the Yudi tamed, and just look at that, that's 45 HP, I couldn't ask for more. We are ecstatic that Alpha names this Yudi accordingly, the Witch, for it was such a... Oh, you already know what I was gonna say. We got this Yudi on back home ASAP and got them breeding to get a perfect one for the boss arenas. Now with all the bossing tames tamed, all that it comes down to is getting more mutations and loot the saddles that we need for the battles ahead. Pixel then got the Megatherium's breeding hill set up with the females that I set to raise earlier, so now mutation breeding on them can begin. I here decided to head out to find a better otter, while Alpha helps Goat with the meat run because it is a struggle with all the breeding that's going on. They eventually brought a massive haul back home, and Alpha decides to continue the meat run on an imprinted Rex that he had raising, so Goat can now focus back on his squids. What I was happy to show him though is that I managed to loot this here Ascended Scuba leggings on my trip. He's gonna be ecstatic to use these on his dives. On day 72, I decided to help Pixel with the breeding and resource gathering because he was breeding at hyper speed to get all of our bossing tames ready. And Goat was just chilling while he was fishing, or so we heard.
Why do I hear monster? It's next to me. It's next. Okay, I have to fight this Rena. Level 120. Bye-bye, Rex.
Oh
No,
boy.
you're getting munched on.
He's getting arced.
Well,
It flew off. Yeah, you better. With that little health, I would fly off as well. Shoot you with my pistol.
Hit him with the blicky.
I hit him. Call me John Wick.
I started getting another breeding platform set up during this time, and Squid Napper III fully raised up at this point and was given the ascended saddle that we had looted some time ago. Because of this, Goat rushed on home and immediately took off on a deep sea run to practice using his Tuso, which will be much easier since sharks are quite the hassle to take along for fights and they're quite slow to boot. This should be more efficient by many means. And as for Alpha's Rex, it was finally finished raising up, so he headed on out with it on a meat run. At this time, everyone is just going about their tasks once more, though Goat was having so much fun. He learned that Tusos can even grab Mosas, so I think it's safe to say that this is going to be his signature tame moving forward. Day 73 came along and everyone is just going about doing their daily tasks. Goat managed to loot an Ascended Flak helmet from a sky drop. See, he took his flyer along in a cryo with him as he does on his deep sea adventures exactly for this reason. He also managed to kill a low-level Alpha Mosa with Squid Napper III, so clearly these squids are going to be a powerhouse for the caves. By the end of this day, the new platform that I was making is ready to go for either Udis or Theory breeding. Alpha then decided on day 74 that since Goat is having so much fun with Tusos that he wanted to give it a try himself, so he began to raise one of his own. I started to prepare the Theories for mass breeding at this time, and Alpha took most of the day preparing map waypoints to help Goat search for crates. The soldier's mind was hard at work right there. Also, finally, our ugly thatch box got dismantled this day because we were spending most of this day just working around the base, breeding, and preparing for more base expansions. Goats and Alpha decided to split up on day 75 to each do half of the deep sea crates on their squids. They also brought honey along each in hopes that they got to tame a Lurpleurodon to get the magical buff for crate rerolls for hopefully better loot. During this time, Pixel and I continued to tend to the base and breeding, and it was around 10 AM when Goat found a Lurpleurodon. And a bit after noontime, he actually managed to tame it with the honey. He named it Leopoldo and got the buff successfully. He is now our shiny treasure hunter of a goat man. Alpha then spotted a deep sea crate with pretty bad loot inside, so Goat starts to make his way on there to test out the buff, but this is going to take him quite some time to get there. As the sun began to set, I was finally done preparing the theories for mass breeding, and as midnight came, Goat re-rolled the crate and got a purple Yudi saddle. Not great, but we might actually have to end up just running with this. It is now day 76 and the ACs at the theory station are working, so we have some theories hatching. Goat is also back to fishing while waiting for more crates to spawn. We also hope that we can reel in a Rex saddle BP by doing this soon. I also started to make a better farm to replace the original one, and Alpha worked on getting more crystal for the new greenhouse that I'll be making. And the reason that I'm going to be making a new one is that our old one is in the way of this here Yudi breeding platform that I'm also preparing. It was first in the evening when Goat fished up an ascended fur leg blueprints. We might actually need this for the monkey and tech cave, so not too bad. We also got more scuba, ghillie, and other items during this time. Alpha and Goat set out on another crate round, ready to re-roll if needed on day 77. As for me, I got the new improved farm finished. It's not perfect and also not the way I envisioned it, but it works and it looks interesting. It's kind of like a glass pyramid in a way. Goat was about to re-roll a very bad sea crate, but died to an Alpha Tuso that came out of freaking nowhere. Now he might have had a slight heart attack from that, but the disappointing part was that he lost the Lure Pleurodon buff. Alpha then went on over and managed to at least save Goat's Tuso, and this time I'm busy with the Yudi platform. Took me quite a while to get this done and lasted into the night, but it's good to go. All the while, Pixel has not let up in the slightest to get more mutations into our dino lines. The whole breeding process has become his very own mini-game at this point, but we're pumping out babies like there is absolutely no tomorrow. We are bound to get some good mutations in, I'm sure of it. After a little bit, Goat got back to where he died on day 78, and he and Alpha worked together to take revenge on that Alpha Tuso, slaughtering it, and actually got a Mastercraft rod from it, so that's fantastic. Now Alpha can actually join him in the fishing. Back at base, I was busy getting some female Yudis raised up to get the breeding going on them soon, and in the meantime, also got to make this cozy house at the new farm. I was just messing around, honestly, but it turned out kind of decent for my standards. It's a house mixed into the glass pyramid of a farm with a stone stairway to the theory breeding platform. Not half bad, honestly, I might say. Even the boys came on over to offer their critique on our new housing space. As for the old thatch hut, that is going to be used exclusively for crafting, although the new house does have some cooking spaces in it. Our deep sea duo once again was out and about for drops on day 79, while I got the Yudis breeding for mutations. Pixel by now has gotten 4 HP mutations into our Rex line, which is actually pretty freaking great. The Ocean Boys did tame a new Leopoldo II, and gave Goat the reroll buff once more. I then started tidying up the living space, making it more cozy and comfy for us all. Goat eventually re-rolled a deep sea crate, but we only keep getting crap. Like, what are the odds? We have to have gotten a good saddle by now from these, but nothing. I'm getting quite worried that we're just gonna have absolutely terrible armor and saddles for the final bosses. Fingers crossed, just fingers crossed. On day 80, in anticipation of having to get the artifact soon, I began to prepare some of the frogs that we had bred up because we need these for the bug cave. Alpha was out and about looking to tame a new Moshups because we just misplaced ours somewhere, I guess, and I was using a chainsaw on penguins to get tons of poly out of it. Alpha eventually brings home a level 135 Moshups, which we actually tamed, hoping that it would actually get polymer better than the chainsaw since we're going to need a lot of this for armor and saddles. But after seeing how much polymer the Moshups was getting, I decided to go do an obsidian run to craft hard polymer because I was a little bit disappointed in how much it got, and I just kind of tended to this all day while Alpha organized some items around our base into the new housing. We each there have our own personal storage units to keep things all nice, organized, and separated. Goat is also back to fishing and just praying that he gets a good saddle blueprint since right now the RNG gods are not on our side throughout this entire adventure, and it's all that we need to actually succeed. Day 81 and Goat has fished up a ton of ascended blueprints, just likely none that we are ever going to use. I'm not nervous at all. Not even the slightest bit. Alpha took over the obsidian gathering while I got a chem bench made, and in there started up gunpowder production to make tons of shotgun ammo. We do have purple gas mask blueprints, and since we need those for the bug cave for the poison gas, I got 4 of those made instead of the ascended one to save on resources. I then got to gathering tons of stone so I could start making cementing paste with it, and once that was done, I started making a mixture of cheap armor sets for everyone to use in the artifact caves, trying to get the best bang for our buck. Everyone gets called on over from their tasks at the beginning of day 82. Alpha deposited his obsidian, and with that we got some more hard polymer made. I got some boxes prepared with gear loadouts for the boys while making the last armor pieces. Pixel got to work on making some canteens for all of us for these deep dungeon dives while I was running around like a headless chicken trying to get all of the armor prepared, pretending like I wasn't panicking. In the afternoon, one of the boys actually looted a Mastercraft flak chest blueprint, which is better than the basic one for sure. We all then got to making some cool backpacks to improve our carry weight as well as provide lights with the attached lanterns. We then got all of our gear and saddles for the frogs painted, and as we're ready to go, headed on out to the redwoods with Uvita, Sapito, Miss Croaky, and Gamabunta the frogs. As we entered the redwoods, Pixel did get pounced from a tree by a Thyla, but you know, that's just part of the joys of this game. No worries though, he lived, but we are off to a rocky start, that is for sure. We entered the cave and we decided that Goat will hang back since he still has some of that magic reroll buff on him, so we'll make the most out of this dive into the cave.
Don't go too far in. Don't go. We want the spiders to see if they come up all the way here. Oh, look, there's salt. Look at all those bugs.
Oh, spiders.
Yep. Just keep going. There you go. Man, that's crazy. All right, look at your guys' cementing paste. We are keeping that.
Oh, numbers.
Oh yeah.
Can't even read them.
So many of them. Look at him go for alpha. Just keep licking. Just keep licking. Black leggings BP and Rex saddle BP, but not ascended. Okay, do not get close. Do not get close. I'm looting this. We're off to a fantastic start, boys. Okay, I see another drop in the back.
On my way.
Well done. We gotta kill stuff on the way though, so
You mean we gotta lick stuff to death?
yes.
What are we, group of golden retrievers or something?
Oh, more holy crap! Look at him come! God damn! They don't call this the bug cave for nothing.
Ascended
Flak boots BP!
Ascended Beezle Bufo saddle.
That's what we need. That's what we're using right now.
Nearing the artifact as day 83 came on by, we have to go the final bit on foot since the frogs can't fit into that tiny space.
An artifact of the immune has been obtained, buckos. And now we go back. Oh, wait. The drop. Wait. Don't get close, Goat.
Boots.
Okay. You got boots, I got legs, and over there, already respawned gauntlets. Oh, I'm grabbing this. I'm grabbing this. This is insane.
Getting out of the cave though proved to be incredibly rough since we only had one gas mask each. I guess carrying multiple is a wiser move as Alpha and Goats got broken because of the acid spit from these dang centipedes and they ended up dying on their way out. Thankfully, Pixel and I managed to grab their items and got them out of there safely. We then headed on home together as the entire squad, and thanks to this cave run, we have tons of cementing paste because the frogs turned some of the chitin into it. Look at all that. We're set for this for life. And since we're here, of course we got to make some ascended flak pieces for everyone. We were ecstatic that we got these good blueprints out of this cave, so we're gonna frequent it very often. And don't you worry, I was smart enough to actually remember to use a mind wipe to level up crafting skill to the max to get the best results possible. Once I was finished leveling, I got the leggings, boots, and gloves made for everyone. After doing some quick maths, Goat distributed the pieces based on the rating as equally as possible. I also managed to make some okay pieces for the helmet as well as the chest. We now all painted our new armor and got an industrial cooker near our house made to get some medical brews brewing. We then painted our baryonic saddles, named them, leveled them, and each of them are rocking 10,000 health at about 800% melee damage. The berries were ready for the cave runs on day 84, named Torpedo, Berry the Onyx, Inertia, and Goose. Goat then went into the ocean in search for the good old magic buff again, and Alpha raises up some more sheep and then slaughters them with the chainsaw for their pelt. Pixel then took some time to check the breeding stations for mutations to swap out the males where needed. During this time, I also headed on out on a metal run, and as the time passed, Goat eventually got a Leopoldo III buff, so we're ready to do more dungeon dives. We regrouped and headed on off to Carno Island at about noon. The flight is a very long one, but we managed to reroll drops along the way, so it was all good. During this, Goat also chose to repaint his armor gold, since he has his Midas touch buff going on to get better loot. We eventually arrived at Carno Island at sunset, and here we entered on foot. We swam a bit through the passage till we reached the main large cavern, which is quite vertical and really pretty. Here we tossed out the baryonyxes and began to massacre everything as we made our way on down.
Da-da-da.
Nice.
Okay, there's another one here.
Oh, oh shit!
Fuck! I jumped so far. I almost. Oh shit! I gotta move.
I was kind of hoping someone would fall.
Oh come on! Here's a drop that we want to reroll in front of us. Oh shit! The goose is going.
I trust that you guys can protect me.
You don't want to dismount near bats. They can give you rabies.
Ascended chitin, clothespins, ascended saber-tooth saddle, and cooked meat.
It was a good thing that we brought antidotes, as we were getting rabies on day 85, but once cured of it, managed to get the artifact rather easily, as well as some explorer notes down here while we're at it. We then began to go back up from whence we came, and all of us at least fell once as we tried to jump the gaps in the pathway with the baryonyx, because it got to the point where some of us just used the grapples to get up faster and much easier. The last stretch to leave was no issue at all, and once we left outside of the exit, Pixel actually claimed a baby saber-tooth outside of the entrance here. We all then headed out to the Easy Hunter cave that was south of us, and once there just headed on in, and this was literally just an in and out operation. It was incredibly easy, and we just pulled the mobs adequately and performed quite well.
Oh no.
No, he's meshed in there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll try and grab it, and then immediately shoot him in 3, 2, 1.
In these skirmishes, some of our armor did break, sure, not the end of the world, just means it's going to be a little bit expensive to get these repairs done. So we decided that for the future, we're going to be using armor for the caves that the centipedes can destroy that doesn't cost us an arm and a leg. We then got out of there at about 6 PM, headed on back to base, and arrived there at about midnight. Once home on day 86, I got the damaged armor repaired and whipped up some ghillie for everyone. Pixel also checked for more mutations and named his new saber Formidable. This would be his new base companion to get around the breeding sections. While Pixel is busy with the breeding, I decided to head out on another metal run, while Alpha and Goat decided to duo the bug cave again in hopes to nab more good loot. Although Goat's mask did break incredibly early, which left Alpha to continue on solo like the trooper that he is. He did find a crate with an Ascended Rex saddle blueprint and a pump action shotgun, so we were all incredibly panicked and excited at the same time, but his mask broke before he looted it. He rushed on out and made it out alive, thankfully, and he just regrouped back home to restock on more masks and then headed on back to the cave. Alpha's mask broke again as he got in before getting to the drop, so he rushed out back to swap masks again. Alpha goes in solo once more and actually manages to get to the drop.
Quickly. I got it!
Let's go! Finally!
They happily return back home with their prize, but the blueprint is a blessing and a curse. Its armor rating is 186%, which is astronomical, but it costs way too much metal for us to get done in time. It's like 3,000 per. This had me going in overdrive with metal, hoping for the best. I have no idea at this point what was gonna happen. It's day 87 and I'm still on metal overdrive, and the boys re-entered the bug cave to re-roll the remaining crates. Alpha's gear was all broken at this point except for his spare masks, and at least that's a positive. They re-rolled there and everything was just terrible, and Alpha just ended up dying for no apparent reason. It's no big deal, it's fine, we didn't really lose anything because we didn't get anything. Goat managed to bring his stuff back to base, but needless to say, the mission was unsuccessful. We all then equipped our ghillie gloves and helmets and headed out to the lava cave because the ghillie stuff keeps us nice and cool, and as the name suggests, it's gonna get hot in there. We arrived in the afternoon hours, and this one we just kind of rushed since, surprisingly, I know this one like the back of my hand, probably because I did this quite a bit back in my archive days, if any of you remember that.
Rush him to death! Rush him! Okay, I got rabies.
Me too.
Alright, drink antidotes. I have been blinded.
Rabies buddies.
There's a loot drop down there, which I want re-rolled. Goat.
Yep. Ascended sword.
Wow, that's a whole lot of crap. God damn. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That's what the re-rolls are
Ascended
for.
wooden club, man.
Let's go!
The big rush.
Oh, wait, did you loot a grenade from that goat?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm waiting for me to use it. Can I
Alright,
use it?
toss it in the middle area. Back it up, everybody. Goat, it's nade time. Oh, shit.
Wait. No, this is Alpha's job.
Oh, okay. Alpha's
Alpha.
gonna be the one to nade.
I equip it, and then I throw it, right? Just with click.
Yep.
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 Just
Don't go
don't
too far,
bounce
don't
it
go too far, don't
towards
go too far.
Bomb has been planted.
Open fire, boys! We gotta lure them all into the lava. There's also some further back. Cool. Hold on to your butt cheeks. I will be right back after these messages. Artifact of the Massive has been obtained, boys. I'm heading over back to you guys. Dun dun da da dun dun da da dun dun da da dun.
Day 88, the clock's a-ticking, and Pixel just began to fuse the mutated Rex lines together to get perfect breeders with the mutations so we can get our boss Rexes going soon. Alpha and Goat headed out to the bug cave yet again, but Goat ran out of his magical reroll, but regardless they entered, and at least they were sure to go in without their ascended gear. I did get back to my metal grind because of the tons that we might need, and the boys did manage to loot something incredible. They actually got an ascended pump action shotgun and a riot chest piece, so that's something, I'll take it. Once Pixel was done setting up the Rexes to hopefully pop out level 288 Rexes, moved on to fusing the Uteranastats. The boys managed to get good metal items to grind for ingots, so that's a plus and a blessing right there, I gotta say, because these platform saddles give a ton of ingots. Knowing this now, I decided to head out to look for drops, and actually spotted a red ring drop with an ascended pump shotgun BP. Goat went to get the buff again for rerolls, which took him into the night, and Alpha and I would head to the Carno Cave to check out the loot there while waiting for the Bug Cave to restock its crates. Inside the Carno Cave, we got an ascended flak helmet blueprint, so we just need a chest piece to go and we're set, excluding dinosaur saddles. Alpha and I then head out to the Bug Cave on day 89 and cleared it out for when Goat would get there with his Midas touch. But once we were in there, we found a pre-made ascended flak chest piece, so we definitely looted that, and then we saw an ascended Rex blueprint and looted it up in the blink of an eye. It is a third of the cost of the one we have. It's so much cheaper and it's just what we needed. Sure, the armor rating is less, but we don't care. We can actually make these. Goat then arrived, but at this time we did not need his magical touch anymore, so we all just went home to meet up with Pixel, who was still fusing our dino stats. Note though that due to some IRL things that happened, we had to do a relog, and when we got to play again, most of our main RGs had died because we had let them out and a Thylo of all things kinda ate them alive. Just, come on, there's always something. So we just raised up some of the spare babies that we had from breeding. We can now see that all of the dino stat lines are being fused. Let's just hope the amount of mutations we have and the saddles are good enough to get things done. And we're not even done with the artifacts yet, so we all headed out towards the cave near the volcano, one of the easiest artifact runs of our lives. Like seriously, we just ran in, grabbed it, went on out and popped back to base, where I popped out a main Uti to raise up for the bosses. Just look at the colors that it came out with. Pixel Jr. has to be its name. It just has to be. Like, just look, they're identical. Some perfect Rexes were also raising up at this time to become adults. To kick off day 90, we got some basic fur gear made and also have our perfect Megatheriums breeding, but we still need to get a perfect Theri male before we can get their bossing adults going and raised. We all then headed off to the northern snow cave and entered it at about noon, but we forgot to set up beds at the entrance. We did not last long with only one Baryonyx out because it's such a tight passage. We got overrun by bats. Everyone was panicking, Pixel died, followed by Goat, and then Alpha was the last to go. I managed to loot all of the things, but became quite encumbered in the process. The boys back at base focused on making more shotgun ammo because we were quite low, and I made some storage outside of the cave to just dump all of their gear inside. However, I did keep the best items on me as well as everybody's ammo because I kept soloing this cave in this time. First, late in the evening, Goat arrived with a fresh batch of shotgun shells and an ascended shotgun so I could clear it out faster. Thanks to that resupply, I managed to finish the cave and got the artifact on day 91. As I was heading home though, I did spot a level 10 Giga, and we do need to kill 2 of these because we need 2 hearts total for the final boss fight. During this time, more Rexes and Megatheriums are being raised up at the base, and we have a perfect Daedon named the Joker because of its colors. Just look at him, he's absolutely perfect. As soon as I told everyone about that level 10 Giganotosaurus, everyone prepared for combat, for we're heading out as a duo of RGs. Pixel and I as the riders, while Goat and Alpha were carried wielding shotguns. As soon as we arrived at the spot, we unleashed hell from above with lead and fire.
Alright, boys, give him hell. Oh yeah, we got this in the bag, boys. Easy.
Can you fly up? Fly further up, further up!
Yep.
He
I
bit
did it.
my ass.
Oh yeah, he bit you.
He tore us a new one, that's for sure.
I will be.
And down goes the big old puppy.
Upon obtaining the heart, we spent the rest of the day breeding and got more pelt from our Ovis farm, which was used to make better fur sets for everyone on day 92. We then took some time to grind up any looted saddles that we had for more metal ingots, and the boys began to work on more shotgun ammo because we're gonna need a ton of this stuff for the next caves. All adult Bossing Rexes were also potted up to get more passive XP while in their pods. And with the new and improved first sets completed, everyone received one, and we also began preparing supplies for the artifact of the Strong Cave, one of the most difficult in the game. Hopefully, we have enough ammo to run this. It was past midday when we headed out to that stone cavern. We placed down some sleeping bags and a bunk bed at the entrance thanks to Pixel. This is going to be an incredibly rough cave, and I also forgot that you know, we could have brought grenades to pull Perlovias out of the ground, but you know, we'll make do with what we have.
Here they come. Just keep biting.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down.
Holy
Oh my god.
Help
Oh
me.
my god.
Help
I'm
me.
trying. I'm trying.
What's my stomach? Ah, I'm alive.
There were 3 I marked that. That was so good.
Yeah, that was the Perloviaest Perlova moment that has ever existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was royally at that point.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Come back!
coming.
Come back!
coming.
Come back!
I'm off.
Oh, I'm off.
This is
I'm
bad.
off too.
This is real bad.
I can't swim.
move.
I can't
can't
move. No.
I'm trying.
I'm dead.
Oh,
I'm up. I'm on. I'm on.
I'm
mine.
on.
I just took whatever I found.
Okay.
Okay.
Thankfully, we are doing this with our berries, and since this cave has a ton of fish, we will be able to feed them and heal them on the go.
Who has the most health right now? Oh shit! Oh,
I'm
oh. Whoa! Oh, buddy! Watch out! Behind Pixel!
Oh, my
Help him! Help him! Help him!
Oh. Med bruise.
Oh, hello! Look at this. Oh shit! No! 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 Back me
Oh,
up! Back
coming,
me up!
coming, coming. Ah, dismounted.
Back me up!
I'm dismounted.
Yeah, me too. There were too
Shotguns!
many.
Shotguns!
Oh, I can't do anything. Okay, I'm on my baryonyx.
Okay, go to
Coming.
set.
I didn't even notice I was getting
Ah, how many are there?
So many Perlovias!
Coming.
Help
Coming,
me!
coming, 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 coming. Ah!
Okay, I'm reloading. I'm
Leave him
reloading.
alone. Fuck. Coming. No. You come aggro onto me. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I'm stuck in the water. Oh.
Okay, I'm coming. Oh.
Oh, ah, they're spawning. They're spawning.
Okay, I'm running like a madman.
I'm here.
Oh no, Perlovius. Oh no, I died
Oh,
instantly.
that was fast.
There you go. There's inertia. Cool. All right, let's go regroup with them. Does anyone need a spare piece of fur boots?
I do.
All right, well, we got one to go. There you go. Up next is a very difficult room, and we need to go right, not left. If you go left, you might fall to your death. So I'm gonna try and pull once, but there are a lot of dinos, so be ready to back me up. All right. All right, here they come. There's so many creatures in there that they get stuck on each other.
I
Nice.
wish I had a grenade.
Oh, here they come! Here they come! There's so many!
I have to first person bite these guys.
Don't move too far ahead. There's still more Perlovias in the ground. Oh, we almost had one. This has to be an overspawn. It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm off.
Yeah.
Got me too.
Okay, don't aggro if you don't need to. Don't aggro. Move back a little bit. No. My baryonyx ran into the midst of them.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, I saw both of them did.
Yeah, I ran and got mine.
We're helping. I swear.
There we go.
So here we go left, right?
Oh, there's quite some.
Look at this.
Yep, get ready.
Oh, don't bite me down there. I don't want to go down there. Thank you.
Alpha.
I'm up.
Oh,
I saw that.
you're down there.
Get down there. Get.
Go,
Save Crow.
Go, Crow. Go, Crow.
Come on!
Alpha.
Safe!
Nice.
I'm gonna die. I need to get out. Move, Pixel. Pixel, move.
That's not me.
There. Daedon Saddle Ascended BP. Alley up! There we go.
That's close.
Almost fell down. Holy sh!
Please don't jump. I'm in the way.
It's day 93 and we're still in the same cave, and dear lord, I believe we have some major overspawn issues in some of these sections. It is getting absolutely ridiculous how much mobs we're fighting.
I'm off!
Okay.
Okay.
Torpedo's gonna die!
Need to heal. I'm trying to heal.
Belt inertia?
Yeah, we are on it.
Okay. Okay. Everyone, inertia, get the fuck back here.
Hey, Crow, you
Get the
want-
gun. I'm off, I'm off, I'm off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Come on.
I saw.
I'm off too.
Okay, I'm on.
I'm stuck.
On the.
I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
So.
Yeah.
More Portovias, watch out!
Fuck.
Holy
Yep.
shit. I will set everything to aggressive,
I'm
because
on.
otherwise we
I'm on.
Holy
Yep.
shit. I flew through the sky. Wait a minute.
I'm fighting.
This is a mess. Coming. Breathing time.
I'll jump and lure, and then
Okay,
you're
I'll
coming
come
after me.
Yep.
Okay, coming.
Ah! There were more. Oh, I'm on your baryonyx, but I'll do what I
fine.
can. You can mount mine. Oh,
Good.
what? Again? One. Fuck. I might die here. Yeah. There we go.
Yes.
First at like midday, I was out of that hellhole and back home. But there is some good news though, as Pixel finally has a perfect Theory male to work on getting our bossing set going. Then together we all headed on out to the last non-water artifact cave at noon. We do have scuba tanks though, because there are a couple water sections. We entered the cave and we knew this one was going to be incredibly easy compared to that last one. The boys are on their baryonyxes while I'm riding on Uvita since Torpedo passed away in that last cave. May you rest in peace, my friend. It's a pretty straightforward cave, just, you know, head on down, kill bugs, drink some brews, and reach the ruins at midnight. Start of day 94 consisted of diving through water tunnels to progress the cave. After a few ups and downs, we reached the artifact and that was that, the rest is history. We got out at about midday and headed back home and prepared 7 more sharks there to raise since we still have the underwater caves to do. Alpha got their saddles made while Goat prepared scuba sets with plenty of tanks for everyone. Pixel was also sure to check on the theories to get more adult fighters raising up. All of this took the remainder of the day to do. And you know, a big plus to our base location, it's incredibly close to one of the underwater artifact caves, so that is going to be the first one that we hit up on day 95. Here's where everyone named their basilosauruses, being Billy, Basilicum, Moby Dick, and Longfin, and of course we painted their saddles accordingly. Alongside them, we do have a pack of sharks that are mate boosted and of course pack boosted with saddles, and Goat's main Kraken is with us as well. We are more than ready to go. This cave was incredibly fun to do since these bassies are absolute units. Same with the sharks and the Tuso. The entire cave was absolutely thrashed, not a single thing was left alive, and thank goodness for the immunity to eels and jellyfishes thanks to the bassies buffs. This run was much faster than anticipated. We actually got the artifact with no problem at all, but sadly there is no good loot in this one. We were kind of hoping for a last little bit of luck to get some better saddle blueprints, at least for the Megatheriums and Theries, but it ain't looking like it's happening, folks. We were out of the cave by noon, and then the prep for the next cave took no time since it was just another water cave across the map, and we're just going there with the same tames and armor, so everything was ready and we headed on to the east side of the map where this cave is located at. Here we deployed our aquatic friends, prepared them for a little bit, and descended towards the entrance, fighting our way through and leaving nothing behind. Except maybe some of our own sharks because they get stuck on absolutely everything. The artifact is in a deeper chamber here, but we managed to squeeze on through. We followed the tunnel along to the final room, which did have a ton of enemies. I do think we arrived just as things were overspawning, so this fight was incredibly tense and we lost some sharks here and there, but we actually were victorious and obtained our goal on day 96.
I got some. Alright, we got backup. I got him in. Alright, now we're cooking. There we go. Oh, there's still so many sharks. Push forward! Oh, one megalodon's down. Oh man, it's a bloodbath. Oh, another Megalodon's down.
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish, yeah.
I think we lost all our Megalodons. Okay,
Okay.
I think we're good. All right, cover me.
There's still one Megalodon alive under us.
Got it. We have
Nice.
retrieved all artifacts. Achievement unlocked. Shavit. Oh yeah, that's one Megalodon. Good on you, bud. Good on you.
Again, sadly, no good loot in here at all. We were hoping for something better, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to play the cards that we are dealt. This is going to be a problem though. We left the cave at about mid-morning and snatched up a new wild Anki on the way home to put into the taming box. As soon as we arrived, Goat started on a metal run and Pixel brought out all of the bossing dinos so we could check and saddle them. 18 Megatheriums, Theres and Rexes, 1 Daedon, and 1 Beauty. Half of them are male, half of them are female, just to make sure that everything is mate boosted at all times. Alpha had been busy taming up this new Anki that we brought home, and I began to prepare a ton of veggie cakes for the Theres so they can heal during the dragon fight, as they heal herbivores for a percentage of their total health over time. After all that prep, there was enough for each Theory to have 3 in total. Alpha finished taming that new Anki on day 97 and it had a baby while being passed out, so cool. Free Anki, which Pixel would claim, so we had 3 in total now. We are now full sending it when it comes to metal production. I was collecting any trash from across the base to grind up into metal ingots while Goat came to unload his metal haul. More penguins were also slaughtered for their polymer, and the others are all non-stop doing metal runs. I used another mind wipe to make an ascended Daedon saddle while Goat returns to get wood, which I'm going to need for some of these saddles that I'm making. Also, can't forget that I got 2 shotguns crafted, so now we have 4 ascended shotguns total. I also got Megatherium saddles crafted with the blueprint that we have, and it's not great. Ain't gonna lie, the mind wipe bonus isn't really helping as much as I thought it would, so let's just hope it makes the cut. Same goes for the Theory saddles. I was always under the impression that ideally for alpha bosses you want to have saddles that have a minimum armor rating of 70 to 80, so at this point anything can kinda happen is what was going through my mind. On day 98, I started making those cheaper Rex saddles and soon after started saddling all of these boss dinos up. The Yudi saddle is the purple one that we got some time back. We grinded up some ascended swords that we had gotten, as well as the Tuso saddle for even more metal. Every little bit helps. Once all that was done, we even grinded the chem bench, ascended flak chest, fur gear, and anything else we could toss into the grinder, getting us just slightly ever more so metal ingots. We need everything we can get our hands on. But I think, with all of this, we should be good because the boys have also been putting in the work. The Rex saddles were soon finished up, and 4 new flak helmets were made for the otters, which we'll be using for the tech cave. Some new ghillie helmets were made as well as ascended fur boots. Also, we have not forgotten our Gigantoraptors. We made a simple saddle for one that we named Birdbait. It's one of my favorite dinos that we have in this run, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be good to glide through the tech cave to lure dinos into lava, like the Gigantosaurus that tend to be there. It's day 99 and we were set to face all 3 guardians on alpha difficulty back to back. First though, Alpha found a Giga very close by. I quickly respec'd my stats back to combat mode, and then we all went to obliterate that beast since we needed 1 final heart. As soon as it was slain and the heart obtained, we began to head over to Red Ob to bring all of our supplies and dinos there. It'll be much faster if we do them all at the same spot, so Pixel had actually prepared everything that we need to set up a fob for us to work out of over there. So while he's setting that up, I want to thank all of our lovely patrons and YouTube channel members for their monthly support. It is greatly appreciated and helps us improve our video quality at every moment. So again, thank you very much. Now, it's time to face the Guardians.
Okay, so it is time. We have our dinos at the ready for the brood mother right here. Their little FOB down the ramp there. Our Megatheriums are rocking about 28k health and approximately, give or take, 750% melee each. We actually ended up not taking the Joker along for healing because we decided 3 Rexes would be better because their saddles are awesome and so are their stats, because these 3 Rexes, Taco being of Goat, Apocalypse my own, and Rexoto of Alpha, these 3 are rocking 30k health and a smidge over 1000% melee, so they should be doing fantastic. As for Pixel Jr. here, he has 58 whopping k health, so
if anyone's not dying today, it's Pixel, hopefully, if all goes according to plan. And I guess there's nothing left to do except to get this party started. We also, oh, how could I forget? How could I forget? Everybody put your hands together for our designated cameraman that is somewhere in the sky, natural causes himself. He is surely internally going to provide excellent, exquisite critique of our gameplay. Much appreciated, my guy. And with all that out of the way, I guess it's time. Everybody, do not be mounted on your dinos because it'll dismount you. And y'all already know the strat. As soon as we pop in, whistle with T, some Megatheriums to follow you, circle it, and kill the little spiders before the broodmother. So, everyone, get ready. Stand under your dino. As soon as you're inside, mount. I mean, we'll be fine. We'll be totally fine. We'll be so fine.
Of course.
Everyone mount. All right.
Left.
Whistle a couple of... Oh shit, she's right here. Oh, look, she's fast. Okay, I'll just whistle to attack because they're taking damage already.
Yep, and I'm very stuck.
Okay.
This was not in the brief.
This was not in the brief. I'm trying to make them circle. Nice, good fear roar. I got some in the back.
I'll go a little bit more to the back of her.
Yep. Oh, we're melting her. We're doing really good, guys. We're doing really good. Just keep it up. Keep up that roar, Pixel. Nice. Now the three of us are fully boosted. We got one Megatherium there, not doing absolutely anything at all.
It's so easy. I'm drinking Mata while doing this.
You're drinking Mata?
Yes.
Absolutely shredded. The purple army is doing great. Although I see some of them getting bloodied, actually. So we're not out of the woods. If some of them start falling, our DPS is going to drop fast.
I have my pistol with me, so it's all good.
Okay. Oh, well. Then we really had nothing to worry about. We had that in the bag from the start. No, easy. Oh man, a lot of our Megatheriums though are under a quarter. Yeah, okay, we lost. We lost one Megatherium, but we did it. We lost one. Not...
We just X this, right?
Oh, yeah, you can just X that. We got a supply crate with element and the Alpha Broodmother trophy. Yeah, we actually weren't completely out of the woods because some of them are like a quarter or maybe even a little bit under a quarter. Yeah, definitely under a quarter. All right, up next we got the Megapithecus. Honestly, not much to say because we're just Rex rushing it and all of them are basically the same stats as the three main ones we use for the Broodmother. So, without further ado and time wasted, in we go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Pixel, get onto Pixel Jr.
Yeah. I'm going.
Okay, let him come here, let him come here. All right,
Yeah,
back up.
I'm trying to.
Back
yeah,
up.
I'm trying to.
Pixel roar, all of us. Oh, that was not part of the plan. Okay, I think we'll be fine, though.
Leave me alone. No.
All right, we need those
Sucking
roars.
crap. Okay. I might as well just pile on him.
Oh, look at his health. Oh, but that roar, we need the full roar.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
There we go. All right, we got it in the bag. Easy squeezy. I don't know what you're roaring for, buddy. You're already 1 foot in the grave.
Maybe that's why.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What? I might make a coffee while we do this.
Yeah.
There we go.
Decimated in, what, 2 minutes?
Nice.
Easy squeezy, boys. Honestly, I'm kind of relaxed. These last fights were really easy.
Don't be, then this won't.
Yeah,
Now I'm scared.
knock on wood.
Now I'm
Knock
scared.
on wood. Now we gotta be scared because Crow's relaxing.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this party started. Alpha Dragon, here we come.
There
I'm
he is.
actually gonna whistle them to move away once
Thank you.
because we were all stuck.
Alright, I see him. Everyone, eyes in the sky. Okay, fireball coming. Watch out. Fireball coming towards you guys. Keep running. Nice. Oh, fireball coming towards in the middle.
Ah, right on me.
Alright, I think he's coming down. Oh. Great, he wait, don't rush him. Let him come across, Alright, now, everyone pile him.
Whoa. I'm burning.
Okay, just watch out. Watch your health. Eat a veggie cake if you have to. We need roars. Alright, I'm burning and taking damage. If in case you as the character take damage, don't forget your med brews. There, Xeno's dead. Bit closer. Thank you. There we go. Okay, fireball.
Can't move. I'm stuck.
He's down.
Okay, let him come here.
Yep.
And rush him.
Oh, now I'm burning. Wow.
Okay, let's get that roar in. Don't be in his front. Especially Pixel.
Yeah, I'm trying to go away.
Mother Theory's dead. We might lose this, guys.
Oh,
We might.
I might lose the Yuri. I'm out of stamina.
Okay, so just stay away, Pixel. Then stay away. There, he's dead. Stay away, Pixel.
Oh, yeah, no,
We got this.
I've died.
Yeah.
There we go. Bam.
Oh, finally. Oh, we almost lost everything. We need to find Pixel's body fast because we need to loot his stuff before we're out of the arena.
Here's his stuff. I found it.
You found it? Okay, good. Holy crap. Yeah, we lost almost all of our theories. Okay, good job, boys, but this was close. This changed up the game a lot.
We managed to defeat them all, though the dragon was quite close. I had my doubts there at the end. I suppose there are reasons why they say that the dragon is one of the hardest. While we start to head on home, Pixel was already preparing a new Yuri, Pixel Sr., the father of his dead Yuri. As we arrived back home, I got a tech replicator made, and there we got full tech sets, except for Pixel. He did not get the chested leggings since he died to the dragon, so he can't wear it. So it is what it is. It's kind of ironic that our most robotic looking friend is the least robotic looking one in the end. But not to worry, he does have his Ascended flag legs, and we do have that Ascended riot chest piece, so he should have more than enough defense for the final fight. And I gotta say, just looking back throughout this entire adventure, starting off in our boxers, all the way to tech gear, we did look incredibly stylish throughout, but now we have hit peak fashion. We are indeed ready to face anything that the Alpha Overseer can throw at us. And here we are, the final day is upon us as we head on over to the volcano Iron Man style. Well, all of us except for Pixel.
Wait for me.
As soon as we arrived, we set up rafts in the lava, because that's incredibly logical. It's to protect our dinos from the lava as we walk them into the cave. How the tech works is as follows. You first have to trek through a very long tunnel system. This has tons of creatures in it, from microraptors to giganotosauruses that want to munch us to death. Once we make it through, there we hit a teleporter that brings us to the next section, which is just, a kind of walk-in arena. It's very dangerous to lead your dinos through the first section because there's lots of lava for your dinos to die in, and speaking of that, it is incredibly hot. While later, it gets incredibly cold, but that's where our otters come in. They're going to help us keep us insulated. As to when it comes getting dinos into the actual boss fight, you need to fit in as many dinos as you can through this gate, and it is only open for a very brief time, so coordination is key. We opened up the cave and began the tense trial. All of our work has led us to this moment. The true final battle has already begun.
Alright, I'm walking in as we speak. It kinda tight. I'm gonna try and clear up some room here at the front.
Alright. Okay, I see the Giga. Maybe I can lure him by shooting him? Because I need to be over the lava for this to work. Here goes nothing. Okay. Okay, I shot its tail. It's mad. Oh, I almost have him in the lava. Almost. Oh, wait. I think I got it. Oh, hell yeah, baby. Burn in hell, you bitch.
No.
Oh, shit.
Bro, bro!
What the fuck? Oh, fuck.
It's nice knowing you, Crow.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go so fast. Gotta go fast. Here they come, boys. Mount your dinos. I might have lured everything. Holy crap. Help me, back me up, boys. Any Rex is fine. Oh no, you went out to Taco. Now you're luring your whole line amongst our lines. We had a mess here, but we got rid of a Giga, I think.
Oh, hi, Alpha!
Hey.
Oh shit, what's going on?
I'm sent to
Oh
get
boy.
Oh,
Okay, everything's fine now.
Wait, does it?
There we go.
oh,
Yep.
shit.
Everything's-
Oh.
Oh boy, okay,
Hey,
this
Crow.
is a problem.
I backed you up, Crow.
You did back me up. With the one in the back. Collect myself. Just remember to breathe. Remember to breathe.
Keep breathing, just keep...
As many of you know, the Tech Cave's initial section is comprised of winding pathways surrounded by lava streams and is littered with overpowered dinos, but we kept on pushing, never yielding till we got to the next gate.
Okay. Let's see. Honestly, this isn't going to be even that hard of a lure, to be honest. I'm just going to pop him once, and then... It's going to stand here. And, nature will run its course, I guess. And he's dead. Alright. Alpha's caught up. Giga's dead. The goal is clear, boys. The goal is clear. I repeat.
Run for some reason. Oh, I have an eyeball on me. I'm
Turn around.
running.
Where are you going? No, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? We're right there by the
Where's-
gate. You're leading
Oh,
them to the
that's
left.
that's the gate?
Yeah. You're leading them into the lava. Up.
That's
Go,
okay.
go, 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 go.
I'm going. Okay, I didn't know that was a gate.
Here we are, boys. The final chamber. See you on the other side, buckos. Up
Bye-bye.
we go. Welcome to the room of your demise. This is where the final fight happens. Everyone just slowly get through. Easy does it. Oh boy. There's the nanobots.
The party's starting.
Just keep roaring. Oh, here it comes. It's assembling. Oh boy. All right, it first starts in that Engram mode. And then... What did he do again? Okay, it's spawning robots. Use
Oh,
the pillars.
yep.
Use the pillars to your advantage in case robots are shooting at you. Oh, I remember what happens. There are stun robots. All right.
Oh.
Little do they know, I'm even more stunning.
Oh, yep, there's the stun lasers. Oh boy. I got stunned.
Just keep moving, guys.
Oh,
Keep moving. Just keep moving.
There's power in packs.
Sorry.
I'm whistling them a little bit away. Oh, whoa, easy now. Okay, we can damage it. Get to the boss.
Coming.
We're dealing really good damage on it. Oh, I got stunned. Thank you for that buff pixel. Much appreciated, my guy. Thank you.
I'm freezing.
Okay,
you go.
watch your health. I think I think your otter died off of your mount, or you threw it off by accident. Both of those are a possibility. All right, let's see if we can get some courage roars in here, because he's gonna lose his shield in a sec.
I'm trying.
All right, there we go. Get some damage in.
Oh, I'm stunned.
Yep. Me too.
You can remount immediately.
Yeah.
Chelsea's dead. Yep, my otter's dead too, so I'm starting to freeze. All right, chomp it.
Nice.
Whoa. Oh, it's transforming. Dragon first phase. Shit.
Of course.
Worst case scenario. Circle it, try to not all stand in front of it.
I'm trying.
I'm burning.
Yeah,
Me
I'm
too.
turning it to barbecue. It was nice knowing you guys.
Yep, it's nice knowing you boys.
Is this only his dragon health or is this his full health?
I think it's just its dragon health.
Because this can't be that easy.
Okay, dragon phase is done, but this means we're gonna have to face that dragon phase again. And we got really unlucky that our otters are dying. Yep, otto's gone. All otters are dead. We might even just lose to this because of lack of bed brews and the cold. Look at Bird Brain go. He's not letting up. He's going for it. He's a champ. Oh boy.
Thanks.
I got them.
Oof. Someone there by the back by those Rexes to bring them here.
I'm munching.
Okay, it's turning. It's transforming into the monkey. We need to get all of the Rexes over here to it. Yeah, well, let's lure it to us. Let's lure it to us.
Okay.
All right, and whistle to attack. All right. Why are they not attacking? My God. There we go. All right, pile on them. Oh, we know. Oh, never mind. We were gonna melt this guy super fast.
Yeah,
We
but
don't
we need those other Rexes to come
Yeah.
back soon.
Mm-hmm. We need to regroup.
They're completely stuck. I might dismount and mount them quickly.
I'm trying to whistle them all once to one spot so they all organize themselves. Watch your health with your med brews. All right, I'm whistling them now all to repile onto the boss.
You're so close to killing it, yet I'm so close to dying. Yeah, the cold is getting the best of me.
Okay, where is she? All right, I'm whistling them all to follow me. She's on the
There's
other
no
end.
one that can drop a brew for me, no?
Who has brews?
I have
I have-
13, but if I give him, I might not survive.
Okay.
Okay.
If you have prime meat, eat that prime. It heals you
Yeah.
a little bit. They're not following. They're not.
Oh, they're coming. They're just a little bit slow. Why are they not moving?
Yeah, they're just stuck. They're frozen. Oh.
I
Now.
got them. I think I got them to attack. Maybe we had to attack first.
No, I did
Yeah,
already.
I'm gonna die any second now, boys. It was
Okay.
nice knowing you
It was
guys.
nice knowing you.
At least finish this phase.
Spider's dead.
I'm still
Can you-
alive, but I can't see my health anymore. So I
Alpha,
will
try and
die
give
any
him a
second.
few meds. Oh, he's dead. It wouldn't have mattered in the end. Good job, Goat. You served valiantly. Oh, I'm stunned. I'm also out of med brews already.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. We killed it?
What?
We killed it just before Goat died.
Oh fuck!
Just after.
Damn it.
After.
How? We didn't get the second dragon. We just
Yeah, I
did it.
thought we were gonna get another dragon phase. I was like, well, boys, I salute you to an adventure well played. See you on the other side.
We Team Caps hope you've enjoyed this grand adventure. It's had its ups and downs, and I'm glad to have had the boys alongside me to show them the ropes and beat the maps side by side. With all that being said, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.